somewhere only we know.
Transcending expectations, the squad has surprised us all with their determination and grit. A Royal Rotor challenger in the making, Charon, the pillar of Genji Meteor. Leading the team, their IGL and Captain Munchkin, the highlight maker, Lakia, and the ace up their sleeve, Texture. Please welcome Genji!
Lily, welcome to the stream, Lily. Apa kabar, Lily? Halo, Safira Zara. Kamu yang pertama di sini di YouTube. Keren, kamu keren. Halo tentunya Om Swaggy, welcome to the stream. Sismis juga ada di sini. Are you ready guys? PRX versus Genji, the grand final. Siapapun yang menang atau yang kalah, mereka tetap bakal qualified buat Masters guys. So ya, chill out. Siapapun kalian mau Genji ataupun PRX tetap bakal ke Masters Madrid nanti. Nah, Luna, welcome to the stream Luna. Iya, ini grand final. Safira. Kamu dukung siapa, Safira? Let's go. Tadi udah dimention beberapa hal kalau misalnya yang top performing players ya, kalau misalnya di PRX ada something. Pertama itu ada Mindfreak, kedua ada Jason. Terus ketiga ada siapa namanya, ada Forsaken, dan keempat ada Something, namanya yang paling terakhir. Dan sayangnya
are you going to play?
Actually I'm live streaming right now. It's grand final for PRX my friend.
Oh, it's 3 p.m. Yeah, right.
It's right now my friend.
Wait,
you can just go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can play dan sambil ini nonton.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tadi aku minta tuh.
Okay. Good luck with the game. Yeah, so basically guys, what you can see for today is we are having such a wonderful grand final. Of course we will be having such a challenging events, especially for PRX, because now it's a revenge event as well. Terus saya kabang belum mulai. It's just getting started my friend. What do you mean just over already? Not yet. Harusnya di sini PRX bakal nge-ban Breeze, harusnya ya, sama Icebox. Kalau misalnya bisa, atau ini juga BO5. Oh, cuma bisa nge-ban satu doang ya? Oke, paling yang di-ban entah Icebox entah Breeze sih, di antara dua itu kalau dari tim PRX. Tapi kalau Genji, mungkin Genji bakal nge-remove ini Sunset. Ini udah main apa belum PRX ya? Udah main dong. Ini masih map picking Kalau dari map picking kemarin ya memang Breeze sangat berbahaya karena Breeze itu menang Genji lawan PRX ya guys ya, 2-1. Jadi kalau bisa sih PRX nge-ban map. Oh, Genji nge-ban Veto, nge-ban Sunset, sorry. PRX nge-ban Icebox, oke, seperti yang udah gua ini perkirakan. Asen mainin. PRX main split, split, oke. Split masih oke. Genji pasti main Breeze nih, pasti Breeze nih. Pasti Breeze nih.
that was the map that PaperX had a slightly better time against T1
Safira
on.
dukung PRX. Yang lainnya gimana guys?
Just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. 13-6.
Yang lainnya gimana guys kalau yang lain guys?
I mean, it's
Oke,
interesting.
Lotus,
Both teams kind of
Geng ambil
maybe leading into
Lotus.
the maps I didn't
Kenapa ngambil
expect
Breeze ya?
initially. So Genji goes for Lotus. They lost to PaperX on this the first time around. What have they been able to figure out? I mean, they do look a lot better on this map.
Tapi memang
Especially
Lotus tuh
with Meteor
bagus
and
banget sih.
Munchkin lurking
Permainan
around
Genji
the
sih.
map have been a
PRX main
absolute
bagi
nightmare
decidernya
for
Breeze.
them to
Aduh,
deal with.
jangan sampai decider tuh kalau kayak
Alright,
gitu.
and then leaving Breeze for the last one. Bind, PaperX hasn't shown their bind in the longest time, but we also did see
Breeze kan?
how Genji counters DRX's Yoru pick on bind,
Iya,
which
iya,
again
kemarin
is
tuh
something
kalah
that
kita pas
PaperX
main di
could
Breeze
do,
tuh.
but then again, you
Cuma
never
most
know.
likely
Last
kayak
year
yang
they
Wilson
suddenly
bilang
picked
memang
out
harus
Arena.
bawa ini sih Kayo
So,
kalau
I think we
misalnya
might see ISO.
PRX bisa mainin
Oh,
Kayo
ISO.
gitu.
Look, there's like
Jadi buat
4 agents
nge-shutdown
per se
tim
can
Genji juga gitu, pas
yet.
entry-nya lebih enak gitu. Jadi cuma ngandelin
Deadlock,
ultimate
ISO,
dari
Sage,
Forsaken.
So far this, you know, the last couple of seasons.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Forsaken kan pasti makainya pakai Yoru kan di Breeze kan. Cuman kalau main pertama dulu Ascent oke,
Here we
Forsaken
go
main
into
Fate,
Ascent.
Yeah.
Viper, Omen, Gecko, Raze.
PaperX playing
Sekali
the same
lagi,
thing that they did
nggak ada
yesterday
Sentinel,
against T1.
dua
Now,
inisiator,
the thing about this composition
dua
for PaperX
smoker,
though is that
main
we
Fate bakal
need every
jadi
single
apa
player to
namanya,
pop off, right? And while
semi-sentinel ya.
Banyak did have some great entries,
Prediksi yang menang siapa? Kata gue
stats-wise,
PaperX,
it
kata aku
wasn't quite
PaperX
up there with the rest of the
3-1.
team, but again, it doesn't really
Ascent,
matter
PaperX
if
bakal menang.
Something and Banyak are
Cuma
working
challenge-nya
in
di sini
tandem to
adalah,
secure a lot of these sites.
Oke,
It's
Sosia
just
ini
I'm
masih
more worried
playbook
about
banget.
what
Genji itu masih
has
playbook
prepared,
kompetitif banget.
because the way that
Dia
they
bawa
played
Omen,
Ascent against Zeta
Sova,
Division shows
Killjoy,
that they
Kayo, sama
absolutely
Jet
knew how
ini
to
masih
play
playbook
defense.
VCT banget sih, boring sih ini
you're
aja
gonna have a
picknya.
little bit more
Tapi PaperX
ability
dia
to
main
adjust
kinda
to
little bit
the
different gitu.
fast-paced PaperX
Dia
combo with the
bawa
KO in there to shut
Fade,
things down.
dia bawa Gecko juga, Viper
Well,
bahkan.
the Tiger Nation is facing off the Rexes.
Seru sih ini harusnya sih, karena
once
banyak
again
banget
to
banyak
close
agent
out
pick yang
the
beda
Pacific
gitu.
kickoffs. Taking
Salah
us through the
satunya
action is
selain Omen
Achilles
sih
and
sebenarnya.
William.
Thank you very much. Yes, here we are, another grand final, but this time.
Jadi kalau
a very
kata aku
different
map
face on the other
Ascent
side of the
bakal
arena.
jadi
PaperX
13
punching a ticket
berapa ya?
as expected by a lot of us
13-10.
to get to this
Kalau
point,
kata
to
kamu
go to
gimana,
Madrid.
Zara?
But it's not DRX on the other side of the arena. It is a different
Safira,
Korean
kamu udah join
squad.
Discord belum,
Genji,
Safira?
the young up-and-coming
Safira
challengers
Zara.
to see if they can take away the throne.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, not entirely unfamiliar faces, right? We've got
Hi, Kay. Welcome to the
Solo
stream, Kay.
and Lucky on that side. They have succeeded in deep during DRS before, but this squad, a lot of people thought
Discord,
they're
yeah.
going to need a lot more time. Of
Nice,
course, the
we have
talent is there,
100%
but they're going to need to grow
of
into it. They say, no,
PRX
we
vote,
want
guys.
to get all the experience we can in kickoff
Never
and
mind.
go right
Yes,
into
Discord,
Madrid
my
with a
friend.
strong
If
force.
you have
And
Discord,
today, I
feel
mean,
free to
last
join
time they
our
matched
Discord
up
as
in
well.
Group C, it was a 2-1
There is
map score, so it
the
could go
Discord
either
is on
way.
They
the
very well could. And you're talking about getting experience. Genji
sub,
have been
not what
getting
it's called
the
anyway.
maximum amount of experience.
The captions. There is a Discord link on the
to
captions,
this
YouTube
point. Their
captions.
ticket to Madrid is punched, but they want to go away as champions. They want to come back into stage one with higher expectations, with a trophy on their backs. Let's see if they're going to be able to earn it.
Ayo,
Things off nicely
asal
for the
kamunya
map
step
one
up
here
bisa
on
menang ini.
Ascent.
Of course,
Asal
it does
kamunya
touch
step up
upon
bisa
it with
menang
the
ini.
compositions. No changes here from what they last
Attacker
showed.
dulu nggak tuh PRX tuh?
having their own interpretation around this Viper composition, and they have used it quite a bit to great success against T1.
Bos, predik 13-10. Kalau Robiansyah gimana? 13-10 menang PaperX. Kalau overall game pasti menang 3-1. Kalau lu gimana?
Whereas he was kind of getting caught off guard a lot on the entry. It was really the follow-up trades that worked. This time, a little bit more familiarity with the Killjoy setups now on the A site. Looking to just delay that, looking for a retake for Genji on A.
All right, well, something starting things off hot. Ghost in hand, takes down Texture. That tip of the spear, taken out. Meteor as well, being tracked over in towards main. The door's gonna be broken down. The turret offering up a bit of
What?
damage there. Meteor.
Ayo dong, PRX dong. Masa ada 2 orang mati? Oh, bagus di trade. 3v4, 3v4, winnable, nice one. Nice one, something. Hey, default. Itu line up shocker buat default, boleh juga ternyata ya. 15-13 menang PRX di map ini bang. Oh, malah ada yang for overtime ya. Kata gue masih 13-10. 13-10. Keren, Hendrian.
Here, dead on the side of PaperX as they take the pistol round.
Now, a lot of this, of course, is PaperX just knowing when to keep up the tempo. As soon as they get that contact, they understand that it has to be weak. They got the first kill. They want to push through. I mean, you know it's the Jet peeking out, then you catch sight of the Killjoy.
Agak nge-wave tuh gue liat tekstur nih. Tadi dibilang si tekstur emang musuh paling bebuyutannya si ini, si something gitu.
Full tempo speed, full running all the way up mid.
Cheeky
Ada monyet. Mereka mainnya rapat banget, Berek sumpah. Mainnya rapat banget. Mainnya rapat banget asli dah. Ranen aja dah, bodo amat.
Trying to wonder if that was the case. No, it's a pass push into A.
Cepet banget gameplaynya. Udah 5 lawan 1. Tentunya Genji udah nggak bisa apa-apa. Bisa game cepet ini kayaknya nih. Main di AC nih enak banget tuh. Tapi kenapa nggak ada delay power ya tim Genji ya? Kayak saat yang dihitung nggak pernah saya ada killjoy-nya gitu loh. Dari Pistoron juga begitu. Ini dia Karon. Karon miss banget itu apa dah maksudnya dah.
Create those angles, create those trades for his teammates, and no better teammates to have for that other than this squad on Paper X.
13-9 nih, oke lo 13-9, gue 13-10. Muhammad Hendrian 15-13 gitu. Coba kita lihat, kalau misalnya udah Byron masih bisa menang gak nih si Genji nih? Pasti delay dari awal, karena main Paper X tuh emang harus di delay banget. Spesial harus didapetin dulu. Map control harus didapetin selebar mungkin ya. Kalau misalnya Paper X. Tapi riskinya adalah lu bakal ketemu 1 lawan 4 gitu. Jadi lu harus pakai utilities, harus pakai support buat clear angle. Ini wallbang paling default yang pernah ada sebenarnya. Cuman lucunya adalah Soul Second tuh kayak juga bisa pakai Odin di buat nge-wallbang di side gitu. Karena kan ada recon juga dari apa? Dari Hon ya kalau nggak salah ya. Ya dari Hon. Jadi kayak Fate itu bisa jadi pengganti Sova guys di sini guys. Kalau misalnya lu tahu line up-nya Hound, lu bisa nge-prowler dengan bener gitu, nge-sisnya juga oke. Cuma yang nggak bisa tuh buat delay planting aja sih. Tapi buat retake masih bisa. Nge-trace kan dia. Dan nge-defend gitu. Temponya udah mulai turun nih kayak nih PRX nih. Tuh Meteor dapat 1 dari Nana Swarm. Dapetin lagi ya.
Yeah, he's more focused on taking down weapons rather than the spike. Now he's going to get closer. He does have a showstopper online now. But as he swings out behind the box, Munchkin will be able to take him down.
Kalau memang ada weapon advantage, ternyata emang PRX dipaksa buat mainnya agak lambat sih guys. Tapi jadi juga make sure harus ada quantity gitu buat retake. Tapi masih oke sih ini roundnya sih, karena dapat 3 pemain dari Genji sih. Harusnya lumayan mahal ya. Lucky ya masih dengan Odin. Emang Sova Odin ini agak-agak ya guys ya. Yang gue serem kalau misalnya Genji ini dia Munchkin sama Lucky ya tiba-tiba on fire, tiba-tiba step up. Karena kan segitiga emasnya adalah si siapa si Meteor, Texter sama Karon. Waduh. Scan-nya bagus banget itu line up scan-nya. Through the smokes nggak tuh?
And this seems to be something that Genji has kind of read through. Paper X, whenever they get that thrash on any map they use the Gecko, they will use it right off the bat just to get some map control, and then they'll happily rotate to the other side. When you have that updraft, you can really fake them out.
Still double stacking in this position and Texture, yep.
Tekstur. Pas udah fight mah tekstur saya tanya lagi guys. Tekstur. Oh gila coy. 4K loh tekstur loh. Ini buy roundnya PRX loh.
All he needed was a bit of setup in this round to get that first kill, and
ini bawaannya PRX tapi dia masih masih ke stop gitu loh pergerakannya. Ini map picknya PRX kebetulan. Next map itu kalau nggak salah adalah apa ya? Split? Bukan? Apa ya? Sunset. Oh, wait. Wow, toxic. Oh, ini mapnya ini Genji ternyata. Split mapnya PRX next round. Next game maksudnya.
This does put a couple of players quite low on cash.
Yeah, I mean, it really has to be considered a bit of a force here on this 5th round. You don't win this.
Suaranya aman nggak guys? Cukup gede nggak guys? Suara in game sama suara mic ya.
That's your point. Going to be very nicely timed to find Pretty much everybody on the side of Paper X. 3 players going to be caught on that as they try to push their way through, but through the smoke, Munchkin just going to be able to find Forsaken, not force off the angle fast enough by the Molly. Now spotted here
awas
at
monyet,
Jen.
monyet,
Coming out,
monyet.
Flash is being sent, Monyet going on the hunt, but doesn't want to push into his own name too
Jangan
much.
monyet,
Extra
tekstur
swinging out,
lagi.
finding one,
Aduh,
dashes forward, catches
tekstur panas
Monyet
banget
over
deh.
Jen, and now it's all onto something.
Baru
He just
4 ronde
won't
awal loh.
stop. I mean, he just knows that
something.
he's meant to be the one picking up all these frags. Munchkin just buying time, gives him
Panas
the
banget
ball.
gila si tekstur.
That they saw
Oh,
Banyak get into the side, and another
Itu
4K
another
for
4 kill.
Texture.
Back
8
to
kills
back.
in 2 rounds.
What an unreal catch-up. He saw Monyet topping that chart, and he said, I'll be there.
Gila, gila,
Now he
gila,
is.
gila.
3-2.
Tekstur panas
Changing the
banget.
lead.
Gua
It
gila,
looks like
gila.
already a timeout call.
Tekstur
I'm
panas
not
banget.
surprised, especially with the buy that we just had, but Munchkin just spraying through the smoke. I love that because we're seeing this change where teams are trying to get as close as possible into these sites before they start their actual execute. So really denying that possibility.
Dan
After
kan
the
sama
first one,
Karon
he's like,
panas
oh
ya.
yeah, this feels common
Nah,
enough.
kalau tekstur
Just
dari
calm
dari
down on
awal
the
emang
4K.
konsisten panas guys. Cuma masalah ini
there we
panasnya
go.
dari awal itu guys.
Paper X.
Dari ronde-ronde pertama tuh udah
Alex
panas gitu.
wanting to try to
Ya wajar aja
slow this
timeoutnya
down a
dia
little
bersama
bit,
Paper
slow
X.
momentum from
Orang
Texture
dua
as
dia yang
well.
megang gitu,
Yeah.
dua ronde pertama dia yang ambil.
You have to
Pas
consider
udah
the
bayar
impact
mau
that
tuh
timeouts
sebenarnya
can
gitu
have
PRX.
outside of the server as well. Sometimes just one player is heating up
Malah
too
jadi
much.
kayak
We've seen
melambat gitu
coaches
lah
talk about it
pergerakannya
time and
PRX.
time again. Alex has
Kasian banget.
showcased it time and time again. Even in this tournament, back at the AVL as well, when Side Player was just popping off on that Sunset map, just calls it back-to-back timeouts. Really slows down the tempo. Now, Gen G, they've been on the receiving end of
Mizure,
this
welcome to the
against
stream,
multiple
Mizure.
teams even throughout this kickoff. And given the energy they showed on stage, I don't know if it's going to be enough to cool off the primary duelist in Texture.
Ini baru teksturnya aja coy.
I mean, he's just been so
Belum
consistent.
kalau
I mean, maybe a
apa
handful of
namanya
times those first
Mansky
couple
nyala,
matches that we were
apa
seeing from
Lucky
Gen G
nyala
where
gitu.
when it did go to that
Yang
map
Eco
for
Fragger nyala tuh
Meteor,
bahaya
would
banget.
slouch a little bit, but the rest of the team was rising to the occasion to kind of try and
Monyet
compensate.
mimpin ya guys ya, monyet
for that
paling atas ya
impact.
guys ya.
But, I mean,
Monyet
after
tumben
yesterday,
top
it was
rank.
just
Rasa-rasanya
steamroll the
bakal
whole way
overtime
through.
gak sih? Who knows guys?
Yeah, the fact that they even feel comfortable to kind of
Tapi
tell each
kalau
other
kata
that,
masih
right? Just saying,
13-10.
I'm having a tough time this map.
Ini udah ngambil
Someone
timeout,
please
seharusnya
carry us through
Ko Alex
it, then
udah
I'll get
mulai
right back
marah-marah
into
ya
it in
guys
the
ya.
next half. Comms
Hai
like
Rex
that, you
Over,
love
welcome
to
to the
hear
stream.
from a team that has
Random
so much
sama-sama
trouble
panas ya.
finding the
Smash
right
Smokes,
ingredients
Genji,
around themselves as
tekstur.
players.
Tapi dia berhasil ngikis
Okay, well,
HP-nya ini.
Forsaken.
Si
Bringing
monyet.
that Reign of Terror to an end as Texture does get taken down, 0 point to 9.
Waduh.
Sees a bit of that utility, spotting out 3 players.
Waduh.
Mind Freak still lurking around outside of B main, just tucked away. The drone won't be able to spot him.
This has to. Oh, they don't spot Meteor. This is huge because the pinch
Hey,
might
hey,
get
hey,
slowed
hey,
down.
panas.
Find
Udah
Killjoy.
Far enough, but yeah, got
Meteor,
enough damage across.
udah
Forsaken gonna
smokes.
be taken out.
Dapat
One
satu,
bot trigger
untuk
might
orang
actually
dapat
caught
dua.
him.
Waduh.
Gonna be able to find
Inilah
two.
triangle
After a good start,
of death-nya
finding Texture,
Genji
getting
nih.
rid of the tip of the spear right off the
Meteor,
rip.
Karon
Down to Mind
sama
Freak and Divide.
Dexter.
They were working some miracles yesterday.
Hey.
Can they deliver some
Aduh,
more?
Mind Freak.
Now,
Gunfight-nya
the answer's
bener-bener
gonna be no.
mancing
Divide
lagi.
just stuck
Ini
out
jadi
here
seki
outside of
main
A main.
PRX ya? Jadi
This
4-2
is the
dong.
trouble that Paper X is going to have
Wah,
all
udah
throughout
ini,
this
udah
match.
bingung
Munchkin
nih.
gets another kill
Kok
through the
nggak worse
smoke
gitu
once
loh
again.
emotnya loh.
0 point didn't even go off.
Sekarang saya
He
lagi
was just ready
PRX.
for it. He's just ready for a reaction with
Tapi kalau
these
PRX
free
main tuh
fires. I mean, this
cepet
is where that
banget
experience
ruginya.
comes in for someone like
Cepet
Munchkin.
banget.
But
Mau dia menang, mau dia
Gen
kalah,
G,
cepet
there are no
banget anjir.
slouches when it comes down to these
Gamenya.
1v1 duels. So Paper X can't just get away with trying to create a distraction one side and then just push as one force
Enak
step
banget itu
by
wall-nya.
step
Enak
into
banget
another
itu
area.
stun-nya,
They're
anjir.
going to get craftier. They're going to have the aim to fire back. I mean, Meteor hiding from that Prowler was everything. Just bigging up each other on that team.
Kayaknya habitnya ketahuan deh.
Some
Ketika
wondered,
wall
including
dinyalain
myself,
pasti
if the players would
mereka
kind of get
tahu kalau
along,
misalnya
even
Perez pasti
given
bakal
the
crossing gitu.
history
Jadi
they have,
asal spam aja
the
udah.
egos they might have from the pride that they've built up throughout their careers,
Oke,
but they
komentator
are
kecil
getting
dikit ya.
along just fine.
Oke, gini gimana? Gini aman nggak?
Around the studio, just hanging out. Oh,
Gini aman ya?
boy.
Segini aman nggak?
Don't think
Kalau
they
kurang gue
responded
kecilin lagi.
just
Oh,
yet.
Mind Freak.
Aduh.
Still does get
Aduh.
tagged down to 25
Eh.
HP.
Aman nggak mau Mas Hendrian kalau sekarang? Kalau nggak gue kecilin
lagi.
lagi nih komentatornya nih.
We'll have to hand off that Guardian to somebody that's a bit sturdier on the HP bar.
Yeah, the anchor here
Aman,
from Karen.
oke,
The paranoid
good.
buys just enough time for all of backup to
Kalau
arrive.
misalnya kurang-kurang kabarin aja ya.
Get in, but he's get dizzy, but now he backs
Tekstur
away.
nggak tuh? Aduh, Karon nyala banget.
All they can
Waduh,
get so
ya
far is
saving
one
dong.
kill.
Main Freak harus
One of the
saving dong.
enemy Killjoy. Mind Freak, the player getting tagged
Tapi
up
dia
right off
masuk
the
ke
rip
site
by
yang ada
the
Killjoy
operator.
cuek banget sih.
Last one standing.
He's had
Cuek
some
banget
amazing
sih. Jadi dia
clutch
ke-distract
success
sama
with
apa,
25
sama
HP and a Guardian.
sama apa,
You
sama
have to
turret,
imagine
terus
it's
ada
the
operator
same
juga,
for the next
Texter.
40 seconds.
Kayak orang
At
dari
which
Garden
point,
dapet 3 lagi.
GG, there's nothing stopping him from
Pas
going on
bang,
the hunt,
yes,
especially
Vicky.
for Lakia. I mean, toss
Mantap,
it over to
Vicky.
someone else. Go and make
Parah
this
sih.
Fury happen for the next round.
Karena dia kayak gagal gambling deh seharusnya. Aduh, dia malah nggak jadi saving si Mindfreak. Kok rungkat PRX? Apa karena mereka udah nyaman nih dapat tiket ke Madrid? Udahlah, yang penting mau menang mau kalah udah ke Madrid ini gitu. Ya nggak gitu juga lah. Ini mempertaruhkan siapa Raja Pasifik, coy. DRX aja yang tahun lalu juara dunia gitu kan, yang juara bertahan gitu kan, kalah sama Genji sekarang. PRX yang the best apa mau dikalahin juga sama Genji? Janganlah. FYI, champion udah nggak pakai sistem regional sekarang buat masuk champion sistem poin juara Pasifik plus 3 ibarat kayak DPC Dota. Oh, plus 3. Kalau Master plus berapa? Adiswan, gue lupa. Kalau Master dapat berapa? Plus berapa kalau Master? Oh, ini ada timer nih, ada technical issue nih kayaknya. Oh, ya technical issue nih. Pasti dari pihak PRX. Oh, plus 5. Tekstur meresahkan. Gue harus cek ini sistem poinnya kayak gimana BTW. Sistem poin, Valorant, Champion.
It happens now and then. It's part of a real tournament. And for Genji, it's about keeping that energy up. And for PaperX, it's about not letting the thoughts get to your head.
Mending RX 660 apa RTX aja 3060 lebih awet kalau RTX. RX 660 performanya lebih bagus, cuma dia nggak awet. Kalau Nvidia lebih awet. Plus 5 kalau nggak salah, kalau juara tapi ya, kalau juara 1 ya.
So far, this is one of those maps that's looking like you got the pistol, but what more did you make of it, right? You got the two rounds that you're supposed to get if you win the pistol. Obviously, the pistol won off the back of some nice shots and really fast tempo, as PaperX often does. But then, once the buys came in from Genji, they just fire right back.
Yeah, it's just incredibly impressive. But again, I mean, for Texture to just kind of start things off, not really be present in those first couple rounds, and then just slingshot his way to the top of the
standings. Awet, maksudnya lebih sustainable lah. Nggak gampang rusak, lu bisa pakai buat 10 tahun ke depan gitu. Kalau lu bagus lu bisa selamanya, coy. Nggak gampang panas soalnya Nvidia tuh, nggak kayak apa Radeon. Jadi nggak cepat overheat. Wasn't able to get through some of the matches that everyone expected that he would win at Ascension. Mending Intel Iris atau XE atau MX 350, nggak tahu Han. Berarti kamu jangan lupa follow ya, Nata dan juga Han ya. Dan juga subscribe YouTube Bos Naban, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Lanjut lagi yuk, ayo kenal Genji. Nama Genji panas banget. Thank you Han, thank you Nata Saputra sama Han, kalian the best. YouTube-nya juga subscribe ya guys ya, karena gue bakal siapin giveaway nih. Udah 1000 subscribers dan gue bakal ngasih giveaway sebentar lagi. Stay tune aja dulu. Hai Gio. Ngambil space-nya bagus banget si Genji sih, meskipun dia pakai hero default. Awas operator, Texter. Tangannya hampir ke shutdown, tapi Lucky ya malah yang shutdown. Hai Mer, welcome to the stream. Terus langsung aja Forsaken, aduh Karon. Sumpah Karon panas banget. Dia cuma main di posisi yang lumayan mainstream ya guys ya, tapi dapat mulu gitu. Jadi, kayaknya dia aimnya cepet banget deh. Terus ini pakai VGA apa? Nvidia. Nvidia kalau gue. Hai Gio, thanks for likes Gio. Keep tetap coming guys. Kalau gue pakai Nvidia apa? GTX 1060.
There's absolutely a possibility. The second thrash.
Yeah, that's rash, but 0 point. Going out to interrupt, and it does.
Just in time as well.
Stops it in its tracks before the dive can come in. Flash. Sent.
Waiting for a peek out.
Manscape, Tofiba masih bisa lah, masih winnable lah. Oke, let's go. 3 poin yuk. Selamat coy. Aduh, tapi mahal banget anjir. Itu knife yang merah, itu knife apa yang merah darah? Yang mana ya? Kayaknya gue kelewat deh. Apa itu ini ya, knife dari ini ya? Gak ada kayaknya. Tadi karakter apa yang pegang? Terus biar gue cekin. Ini Lucky dapat 1, Karon dapat 2 loh. Main Freak 1. Oh iya, ini gara-gara main Freak something sama Davai. Davai sih. Bagus sih, trade-nya bagus. Ini enak ya kalau main rapat kayak gini. Nge-trade-nya gampang. Cuman agak riskan tadi. Pas apa namanya? Pas Karon dapat 2 ya. Oh enggak ya Vandal. Bentar. Kita cek dulu nanti. Nah lo ke flash. Oh, itu enak banget cuy. Itu one way flash lo BTW lo. Langsung di flash, langsung di blast storm udah. Sekarang jadi 4 lawan 3. Manskin masih aman aja tuh di catwalk. Tapi kok dia nggak sadar ada main freak ya? Main freak dia di catwalk cuy. Awas, off angle. Pocket, Davai. Aduh. Lakiannya nyala lagi. Justru yang nyala, ya tekstur Paranda awal emang nyala banget. Tapi nggak cuma tekstur, ada Karon juga yang nyala. Sekarang ada Lakia lagi. Ayo mana nih Davai nih, kita butuh Davai the clutch master of Paper Rex nih.
What a start for the team, and that should be the next timeout coming out right off the bat for Paper Rex.
I mean, we saw this just yesterday, on that opening game, a split, Paper Rex needing to use both timeouts in the first half.
Tuh timeout lagi dari Paper Rex. Abis itu nggak ada lagi timeout deh. Abis itu nggak ada lagi di timeout guys.
A very bold attempt here from the side of Alex, but he's just not liking what he's seeing and is expecting to have more success on this attack.
Menyala bang tekstur, Karambit River gak sih? Tapi emang warna merah Karambit ya? Setahu gue Karambit River itu bukannya warna ini ya? Gelap gitu ya? Kalau gue salah ya?
And oftentimes it brings results. Is it always going to be the safest and wisest way to call timeouts? Maybe not. But if it works for your players, and if you have trust that in a best of series that's going to be
welcome to the stream.
That you want to correct things as soon as they go wrong.
Yang di YouTube mana suaranya yang di YouTube? Mana YouTube suaranya guys yang di YouTube? Painted mungkin? Oh, who knows, gak tau. Hitam tapi ada aksen merah ban. Oh gitu. Ada ya ternyata ya? Ada ini ya, highlightnya warna merah gitu ya? Gue soalnya nggak punya guys, miskin gue. nggak punya river knife. Punya sih sebenarnya, warna hijau tapi. Aduh ini yang di hit side-nya. Oh, Killjoy split setup. Teammate-nya di split setup guys. Odin double kill lagi Odinnya. Gue pengen mas distraction loh, aduh. Karon. Cuma janji panas banget coy. Janji panas banget. How's your whole day? All good Sam. All good, very good.
Sat here in market. Next year swung around to alley. If he tries to push out, he's gonna be giving them line of sight.
Gimana ya guys ya?
He has all the time in the world though. Still
1v2 lagi. Main freak, for second bisa lah ya. This is for second guys. Awas. Backside. Lane. Oh fuck, no. Terlalu fokus nonton, aman aja. Safira Zahra. Ini kok bisa jadi kebalik ya? 13-10 bisa jadi kebalik ya? Prediksi gue ya? Bisa-bisa yang dapat 13 si Genji nih.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's how they shut down the entire team of DRX. And just dwindling down 2 is enough. It slows them down, gives an opportunity for Karen.
Udah ngambil timeout 2 kali cuma nggak memberikan hasil, cuma nambah 1 poin doang gitu, jadi 3 gitu. Sekarang kalau salah udah 6-3 deh, 7-3 lagi.
Texture is effectively a brand new player. BCT, that is always a good sign. Something, however,
Nalo. Tapi Peres dapat 1. Oke, something nice one. Aduh. Kena no swarm, keteret sama nano swarm. Something. No. Planting dulu, planting. Post play-nya gimana ya? Meter the lockdown lagi. Paling nggak main bisa dapetin space. Keling, tapi the lockdown. Oke. Paling nggak yang punya lockdown mati. Mantap monyet. Let's go monyet. Another one. No. Paling nggak punya lockdown sih. Terus bisa dapat round. Tapi bagus sih main freak. Tadi gue kira main freak yang dibunuh. Nice Mind Freak, nice one. Cuma bagusnya tadi pas yang punya lockdown di shutdown duluan sih si Meteor. Jadi ada advantage buat cosplay gitu. Kalau nggak kena retake itu. Kena lockdown udah bubar semua itu, dapat 8 deh janji. 5 lah ya dapat lah ya, harusnya ya. Oh kayak tadi monyet yang nge-shutdown ya? Tadi monyet yang nge-shutdown si Meteor.
But if they can get back up to 8, they should be okay for the second half. Thrash online now, though. See if Gen G's ready for it this time.
Ya udahlah.
Last time it was used, we just didn't see much value coming through. Something getting caught, and then rush play outside of A. This time, though, again, eyes set on B. Lakia, no Odin.
Let's go Thrash. Gagal ngehit, Thrash yang nggak connect. Tapi ada sis, tapi hanya diisi 4 orang, 5 orang, 3 orang. Oh double pick. Oh tapi saya celak kenapa Max itu? Oh ternyata dia ada second layer dong, ada Meteor dong di bot house. Sampai dia aja tadi si Lakia fallback. Meteor, oke nice one Davai, Mind Freak, saat ini dapat 2 juga, keren nice. Oke good, all good. All good. Aman aja. Paling nggak dapat 7 sih, si Genji. Dan beres paling nggak dapat 5 gitu, nggak jauh-jauh banget lah. Masih possible buat apa namanya? Ya mungkin overtime kali ya, kalau kata gue ya. Cuma yang sekarang itu adalah yang paling diuji ketika PRX bakal ini main defense sih. Mereka kayaknya udah nggak akan bisa double gaming lagi. Atau mungkin tetap double gaming gitu. Gak tau strat mereka kayak gimana. Lihat aja guys. Let's go PRX. Mana guys? Supporter PRX mana guys? Ini pendukung Genji tuh. Yang tulisannya Korea. Karena Genji itu sekarang officially jadi top timnya Korea guys. DRX udah lewat, T1 juga udah lewat. Kayaknya sedikit lemah gak sih kalau nggak senil gitu, iya. Paling main retake sih, karena ada Viper kan. Ini setup Vipernya main retake tuh buat ngecover mid sama apa namanya. Kok begitu? Setup Viper kayak error dah nih. Agak miss di bagian kabinya tuh. Nggak bisa tarik lagi ya yo. Itu agak miss itu. Setup Viper agak miss si Mind Freak. Di bagian kabinya ini kayak nggak ketutup gitu loh. Soalnya kan setupnya begini kan. Nutupin kabi gitu. Cuma ini kelepasan nih. Ini nggak tahu kenapa nih. Sumpah apa maksudnya?
Out, Texture pushing down. Spotted a mid so far, and something hanging back avoids that 0 point. The drone over the top will be able to spot him. Is he getting ready to come through? And
Laki yang kontrol bagian mid tentunya oke.
Texture gonna be able to find 2. A site very much open at the moment.
Ya kan, fail kan? Makanya langsung terobos kan sama tim Genji kan, gara-gara ini nih. Kalau misalnya nggak ada, kalau misalnya bener setupnya pasti bakal ke decay dulu lah, jadi ngebantu buat si Davai. Paling nggak dapat 1 bisa lah itu. Tapi PRX bisa nge-trade ya paling nggak. Oke. 3-1 lagi. Susah dong. 3-2 sorry. Masih ada harapan kayaknya. Come on. Shock dartnya fail. Shock dartnya Lakia fail. Oh tapi ada itulah fungsi Gecko guys, ada wingman. Ya tapi mati dong wingmannya. Oh shit. Aduh. Ayo main freak dibetulin lagi wall vipernya. Cek tutorial bos Naban. Siapa coba bos Naban? Ya ente sana. Thank you for the gift, Sanji.
All that utility, all the way up through mid. You send the 0 point, you send the drone. Really selling that you want to go for a B pinch. And then it's just the forces barreling through A link.
Cek tutorial dulu, iya, Safira Zahra. Tapi SR-nya kosong nih. Oh main retake, dia nge-stack. Tapi ya kalah round sih. Jadi nge-stack mereka. Wall Viper udah dipakai buat retake lagi. Retake di side, mereka malah ke A. Terus Genji malah overthinking bukannya ke A. A free side coy. A free side asli, masih nge-default. Ayo PRX maju bareng-bareng. Enggak cuma berdua sih. Oh dia dapetin space garage paling enggak. Palingnya dia dapat space di garage. 3 orang, 4 orang ngepick di garas. Lihat nih, ini ngumpul di garas semua coy. Berarti Meteor mati nih. Meteor mati harusnya. Oh, dapat 1. Cuman Meteor nggak beli apa-apa, nggak cuan banget ya. Meteor cuma beli Ghost anjir. Dapat 2 lagi si Meteor. Iya tahu Davin, kan kita satu grup. Termasuk Finless. Amin, amin. Amin, amin. Keren Davin, keren. Thank you atas gifts-nya Davin. Keren kamu Davin. Mereka exit kill nih, PRX nih. Oh no. Mereka coba exit kill cuma nggak berhasil.
He was celebrating for a little bit, so he wasn't paying attention there, but...
I mean, this esports thing doesn't work out, Texture. You can join the circus. Fantastic juggling.
Gagal exit kill ya guys. Harusnya kayak gitulah. Nah ini baru bener. Nah ini baru bener setup Vipernya tuh nutupin bagian B lane, B main, mid side sama ini KB. Baru bener itu. Bos saya mau daftar Liga AID Valo, mau coba ke pertama kali. Good luck ya, watch party gini udah izin kah bang? Enggak, langsung aja di stream. Kesuspend urusan masing-masing kalau itu. Hoki-hokian.
So you know that the A site should be weak overall. Meteor going back to try to just disrupt the default just a bit from PaperX. Make sure they have to spread out once again. Just activates the turret and now returns.
Yeah, peeking back out. Smoke comes down. G just going to be cutting noise and starting to drift away. Wingman not spotting anything. Potentially recoverable here for the
sekarang agak jauh nih, Safira. Safira Zara. Beda 4 poin. Tapi udah Byron. Harusnya, ayo dong, bisa dong. Nyusul dong, PRX dong. Masa di 13-10 tapi menang Genji.
Munchkin's gonna try to sell fake. On to B once again.
He's gonna do his damnedest. Banyak in position here. Just waiting a little bit more.
Iya dapat piala kalau menang ini. Tapi ini masih map 1 ya. Aduh. Hilang kontrol loh midnya loh. Midnya hilang kontrol loh asli deh.
Starting his sights away so the spike can get planted. Banyak coming forward. Oh, what a shot from Munchkin. Looks for more. He gets the third. Mind break now the last one
standing. Gila Munchkinnya panas dah, ngeri jir.
He's gonna come up with 3.
Tapi masih win masih 2-1 ya. Bisa yuk main fake something. Tapi lawannya Textu nih raja terakhir nih, bahaya banget nih. Udah gue bilang ini raja terakhirnya. Tinggal main freak yang jadi harapan guys. Oh no!
The clutch coming through. Genji now moving up the double digits.
Aduh, 2 lawan 1. 2 lawan 1 coy. Gila sih. Di sini ini bagus banget deh. Si Texter ini. Dikit gak ngaruh gitu loh. Ya kan jadi panas semua kan. Di sini tuh jadi yang belum kelihatan tuh si Davai. Davai jadi belum kelihatan di sini. Ayo come on. Ini double layer wall nih. Dari Mind Freak. Hey, nice one. Iya betul, depan ini box bener. Iya 2 lawan 1 masih kalah coy. Meter low HP, kemana? Aduh, 4 second ke rival lagi posisinya. Hey, udahlah, dapat satu udah pamit dulu. Thanks for the follow, Kak. Besok, Bang, kok lawan? Apa lawan? Lawan Genji lagi? Iya, ini grand final. Soalnya Genji ngalahin Direx di semifinal. Jadi grand finalnya Genji lawan PRX sekarang. Oh, Davai nice. Enak loh pakai Stinger. Enak buat pakai Stinger. 2 lawan 3. Time meter low HP, masih winnable banget. Di wallbang bisa sih seharusnya ya. Davai paling nggak masih ada paranoia, bisa buat entry side, bisa buat retake. Cuma kalau mainnya Misa agak bahaya, nice banget. 4 second, dia lupa ngecek belakang, lupa ngecek mid. Midnya nggak ada yang kontrol, soalnya bahaya banget deh. Udah dapet side, terus ada yang main di market, pindah ke mid, pindah ke city. Wah, bahaya banget.
Members, they can watch every single possible entrance. It doesn't matter if the mind games are here or not. Shadows traveling. Let's go for a shadow step here. I love that Munchkin enters that smoke right away. Doesn't want to take any risks.
Flash into the back, but now they're very well aware of his position. The swing out.
Wah, kacau. Tapi emang kalau dari statistik, kalau misalnya dari statistik ya guys ya, Genji itu kalau misalnya dia map pertama selalu on fire sih guys. Dia selalu bisa ngebantai-bantai gitu loh musuhnya, mau PRX mau siapapun. Cuma yang Misa itu pas lawan DRX aja sih. Udah panas, tapi DRX-nya yang agak sloppy pas lawan ronde terakhir gitu. Cuman kalau misalnya lawan tim yang lain dia map 1 selalu on fire dia. Konsisten. Ayo PRX comeback lagi kayak lawan T1. Iya ayo dong, comeback dong.
This composition, the classic composition I said, it's good for a reason.
Texture up and over, diving his way in towards the B side, but no one there to greet him. The snake bite, now the free entry coming through. Spike will get planted. And as Meteor plants this, that's also going to give him a lockdown. So many ultimates here for the side of Paper Rex, that they're just one away from things that they could very well.
Andre gampang banget anjir. Ada 0 komen, terus lockdown sekarang buat post plan. Pakai di plan juga, di push. Oke, keman cepat. Terlalu fokus sama lockdown ya. Kalah lagi perangnya anjir. Udah match point dong kalau kayak gitu. Ya. Hai. Pedes banget asli deh, Karon, tekstur, wah, pedes banget. Gila movementnya loh.
My gosh, and I think one of the things that might be, I mean, sure they face against each other in Group C, but one thing that really is keeping Paper X scratching their head is you just haven't seen a Korean squad play for contact like this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they just greed for these tools, and they're not backing away from it.
Ya masih 13-5 nya match point anjir.
The confidence right now is just something that is so dangerous that Paper X has to deal with, but breaking the confidence of Genji has proven to be incredibly
Genji belum ngambil timeout sama sekali loh guys. BTW ya. Ayo ini Paper X buy round.
Wow, they want to send a message. Try to take down this pit.
Awas City 2 orang. Satu. Nice one. Showstopper ready ya. Dapat. Wow, monyet, let's go monyet. Kok kira monyet wangi, yang lainnya jadi kayak bau gitu deh. Meteor panas banget asli Meteor panas banget. Ini game cepet banget. Prediksi menang 0-2 bang. Oh kalau map 2 di split harusnya menang Paper X lagi sih. 13-11 lah map kedua. Karena split Genji juga sakit coy. Bahaya aja solo nih. Watch-nya bagus banget. Meteor, tekstur. Tuh diomelin loh. Tuh diomelin sama dia langsung diomelin sama apa? Sama Ko Alex. Langsung diomelin sama Ko Alex.
Display put up 23, 9, and a monstrous KDA from him. Genji, what a start. We'll see if that carries forward because split is going to be on the horizon. But first, we'll let
Alex belum banding meja nih, belum kelihatan aja dia kayaknya. Aduh.
performance by Genji. They definitely had the Paper X Zoo comp figured out.
Halo bro, halo Sya. Guys, BTW buat kalian jangan lupa subscribe itu Bos Naban ya. Sya sucks terus money spender. Jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban ya. Karena gue mau ngasih giveaway buat followers dan subscribers gue gitu. Sebentar lagi gue ngomongin sama yang mau ngasih giveaway-nya, pihak vouchernya gitu. Jangan lupa di follow ya guys ya, ini Bos Naban sama Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, oke? Ya, yang mau jadi ketik 1, tapi di live-nya itu Bos Naban ya. Gak ada trofi kah? Ada kayaknya, ada. Kok Pasifik ada, baju 1. Kapan lagi cuma di Bos Naban? Iya coy, mudah banget jadi moderator YouTube Bos Naban. Tapi BTW kamu belum follow nih Sya nih ya, gimana nih Sya? Ini second account ya, BTW ya?
The timing of it, the way he dodges some of these utilities sometimes, it's just too darn good. Yeah.
It's crazy. There's a lot of them hanging around spawn area, and that's where Paper X tends to go down. Munchkin with that Guardian.
Thanks for di follow bro.
On Banyak.
Sama YouTube di subscribe ya guys ya. Tolong banget. Ini ada siapa sih? Ada Kamel Ungu Uhuy, ada Money Spender, ada Sax, ada Sax, Money Spender. Lihat nih, first skillnya 11, Genji ini dari tekstur semua. Kalau tekstur dari ini, dari Karun sih. Kacau banget sih Genji. Mana tekstur dikasih main operator lagi pas defense. Padahal 2 ronde awal tuh bagus banget si PRX loh. Habis itu stuck di angka 2. Susah banget dapetin angka 3. Pas di defense malah makin kacau. Tapi emang Kayo jadi ganggu banget sih Kayo. Ada Kayo ini ganggu banget si Lakia. Komposisi agennya emang nyebelin banget sih. Meskipun kayak itu komposisi agent yang basic ya guys ya. Komposisi agent yang kita bisa temukan di kompetitif gitu. Kalau misalnya rank kalian tuh Diamond Ascendant ke atas gitu. Tapi tetap aja gitu. Gila nih, Mind Freak. Ya Mind Freak jadi penyelamat sih. Tapi cuma beberapa round doang. Cuma Forsaken agak drop performanya sama Davai, sayang sekali ya. Monyet justru malah oke di sini. Tapi kalau Genji, tekstur sama Karon, Meteor mungkin tadi dapat dia buat nge-trade kali ya. Nanosomnya kena 2 kali anjir. Bisa loh kill Nanosom 2 kali loh. Munchkin juga dia ability on point. Langsung gabut banget pemain PRS, nggak bisa apa-apa gitu. Nggak bisa ngeluarin flash, nggak bisa secel, nggak bisa paranoia gitu. Lumayan ganggu sih Munchkin ini. Iya bro, susah entry-nya bro, Bang Reo. Viper tuh banyak di pick sekarang, iya coy, makanya belajar Viper di Bos Naban guys. Buat Reu sama Syam jangan lupa subscribe dan follow YouTube Bos Naban ya guys ya. Subscribe, follow YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban ya guys ya.
Alex touched on this in his pre-match interview where he was saying like sometimes it's a
di luar prediksi BMKG parah. Ya kan siapa yang expect coba Zara. Dia lo Genji iya. Rising Star anjing Genji, apalagi si tekstur ya. Ini yang dibanding maunya sama tekstur nggak tuh? Sesama orang-orang yang abis pindah dari Global Esports. Ini ACS-nya jauh banget coy, hampir 2 kali lipat nggak tuh? Udah 2 kali lipat malah. Damage per-round-nya, aduh 2 kali lipat juga lagi. Jauh banget. Jauh banget. Mau tambah tekstur dibandingin. Gak bisa kayak gak bisa dibandingin. Bos, gak apa-apa kan gue beli Genji, aman aja bro. Kalau misalnya beneran yang menang Genji, pasti PRX bakal masuk bengkel lagi nih semua mapnya, yakin gue. Hampir double dari Monyet loh si tekstur ini loh berarti.
Is so fearsome to deal with. He can set up individually for himself. You saw that top mid play where he turned.
By the way, gue pengen rehat dulu guys ya. Gue mau rehat dulu sambil nunggu map kedua, oke? Karena gue bakal balik lagi. Jangan kemana-mana tuh juga itu udah mulai sepi. Kita ketemu lagi 5 atau 10 menit lagi guys ya. Mereka masih cincong. Kalau misalnya kalian mau nonton case-nya ngomong nggak apa-apa gitu. Gue istirahat dulu. Gue bakal off cam, oke?
Yeah, I mean, is Texture really the make or break here? I don't know, because they've all been playing fantastically. They've been able to read all of Paper Rex's maneuvers. They're swinging from site to site. Basically, they figure them out.
Like you mentioned before, right? You know, Texture, I don't know if he's exactly the make or break. He is definitely the star fragger right now. But there are those games, even when he struggles a little bit. Maybe like he's like, I don't feel good today. I'm a little bit off. But then he tells his teammates, and they all step it up. That's the craziest thing, because that culture difference from like some of the other Korean teams and how PaperX operates even, there are some similarities here, and they all definitely feel like they are close to that finishing line. They can taste victory, and I think that's something that gives them this extra boost, this extra surge of confidence. And Genji is really hungry today. Out of all days, today, they are the hungriest I've ever seen.
Texture is hungry again, and you know what happens when Texture is hungry. He gets a lot of kills, and he has 4 more maps to get through. Maybe even less at this point. Well, the next map, I mean, the triple duelist comp?
Sure, why not? Sure,
Why not?
I mean, look, it got over the line yesterday. I mean, if it isn't for a few key moments, right, that could have very well gone T1's way. So, and now you have to look at what Genji is able to do. You have to start thinking that T1 probably right now isn't as strong of a team as Genji. And not just because of the way this map went, but because of how this whole season has gone so far, in that just the ability to adapt and be explosive and things like that. T1 is a much more stable team. They're a very fundamental team. This Genji team doesn't really scream that to me. They're screaming, we are going to take duels sometimes, and we're going to win. But we're also going to adapt on the defender side. You know, the early contact plays that they tried in the pistol round and the follow-up against PaperX didn't work. Immediate adjustments came in round 3 and got them that 5-round win streak you talked about.
That's one of the biggest things, you know, about this Genji right now. Yes, we've seen PaperX. They got that triple duelist. Very interesting. Maybe they cooked it up like 1 or 2 weeks ago. That's what they said in the interview. But Genji, we've only seen their split once. They played it against RRQ in their opening games against in Group C. And they had this double duelist composition. Meteor on the Jet, Texture on that Raze. And it wasn't the best game for Texture. They actually lost that map to RRQ 13-11. They really struggled on that attack. But the thing is, RRQ had a more traditional composition. They had that double controller. So I think that's one of the main factors why. If PaperX plays triple duelist against a double duelist, how does that work on defense? You know, you have to really think about how you want to make use of that Yoru, and I'm not too sure if they are going to do the same thing again.
Yeah, I think if you're Genji and you're assuming that PaperX is going to lean in to that triple duelist again, I wouldn't mind seeing something like a double sentinel here from the side of Genji, something to really shut down some of that firepower, to utilize those gaps in the abilities. But it is going to be the same thing here for Genji. They're still going to use that double duelist, so probably just frankly didn't have enough time to really workshop anything. Like, it's really tough, of course, you know, with the short amount of time and the insane amount of games that Genji has had to play.
Triple duelist for PaperX. Let's see.
Let's do it. It worked. It worked.
It did work, but what really makes a duelist effective is confidence. It is so important. And right now we can see Texture was definitely feeling it. Every time the cam was on him, he was screaming, he was singing, he was looking happy. He did at one point, but he got that like 3K. PaperX, they need to feel confident. You have 3 duels. You have no confidence, that's it. All right, let's go into our second game split over to our casters to take us through the action.
Thank you very much. Yes, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't tuned into the matches yesterday, first of all, what in the hell were you doing? What were you thinking? Missing out on those overall blowouts that we had. But but you missed the triple duelist debut from PaperX, but that's okay. They're bringing it out for you once again. The question is, can they get the win here?
Yeah, and now starting on the attacking side as well. So Genji, they've been banning it since that tough loss against RQ, 11-13, as Ades touched upon. Now they're bringing it back. Now in that game, their defense was, by miles much stronger. So trying to just get a head start here on the rounds. And guess what? PaperX, they favor the attack here with this composition as well.
And for now, nice and quiet over.
I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let's go.
They get into some very deep positions. Flash held at the moment there from Locky as a nice interrupt on the plant comes through. The rush back out. Able to find one yet with 2. Meteor up in heaven. Finding 1 before getting taken out. Amazing fast hit coming back in here from PaperX is suddenly Only Munchkin, the last one standing with just a sheriff in hand. He's looking for some kills, looking for anything here, but with another.
Ini Viper emang bisa jadi anchor kah? Kalau di tim Garuda Sentinel bisa jadi sih. Cuman ya nggak semuanya bisa gitu loh. Karena nggak se-efektif apa Sentinel, karena nggak ada alarm kan. Kalau kena default udah tembus itu wallnya. Nih gue takutnya nih dia menang pistol round, menang second round, terus ntar ngadet lagi gitu di map di round kedua nih, round ketiga sorry. Ini kan udah pasti menang nih, PRX nih, cuma round ketiga ini pasti tersendat lagi nih.
Still going to be picking up that Marshall. He's on the jet. Very standard eco buy from him. Otherwise, Caron ready for some close contact, but something swinging in the corners. One of the things that we saw he was so damn good at was shutting down side player snipers, swinging corners with the Vandals, and finding the headshot instantly. So he does it once more here. Start off this round. Mind Freak hanging back will take a bit of damage, but finds the elimination there on the Lakia. Now with Caron making his way over. I think he's going to have to take Lakia's gun because shorty on the retake probably not going to be the best thing.
Yeah, good backup from Forsaken as well.
Hey.
Pretty low, and you don't want to lose those rifles. So Forsaken going down with the sheriff is fine. You still have 3 rifles that you bought up. Want to try to keep that in play. And Divine hears that. He's ready for the quick kill onto Caron. That's 2-0 lead for PaperX once again.
That it is. This is where we saw the turnaround and the streak beginning for Gen G. So PaperX, see if they're going to be able to clinch this conversion on the bonus round, or if Gen G will be able to get themselves on the board. But really nice hot start there from something Mind Freak with fantastic anchor, just not allowing them to find any presence around this ramp.
Yeah, given the compositions once again and PaperX, the record that they had in yesterday's game, I gotta imagine they have to be looking to throw something out of the book and get this bonus round conversion. You want to get as many on the attacking half as possible.
He does it again.
It starts with that.
He does it again. Swing main, kill player, over at screens.
Should have heard the footsteps.
Start things off 2-0. Meteor just around the corner. Lakia swinging. They're going to try to double face.
Wah, ngebait dong.
As
Ternyata something ngebait cuy.
come back through. It's going down. The rest of the team rotating over towards B, where Caron's still going to be sat.
Tapi Texture udah fast rotate dia. Meteor ya? Meteor dia split sekarang.
I guess just didn't see anything at all. No peripheral vision on the dog, I suppose. Forsaken, but that outlaw to use does manage to find Caron. Texture up and have an hour will be able to trade.
Gue lupa kalau di split itu emang komposisinya itu Jet sama ini Race. Jadi dua duelisnya itu si Texture sama Meteor.
Does manage to find at least one more, but widely with the teammates coming through, PaperX not going to be concerned about their losses whatsoever. They convert the bonus and start off 3-0.
I'm a little shocked at how confident Divide was that the Trailblazers didn't see him. I mean, he just knew exactly the angles that it would be able to scout, especially around the toxic screen. I think that's more so what he was banking on. The fact that, of course, when you're right up against that toxic screen, your vision does get blurred a little bit already. And with all that distraction, you know that the site should be weaker, and that's going to be an early timeout. You got to imagine from the Gen G side, finally using one.
Nah, it's Alex just saying, all right, good guy. Good job, guys.
Yeah, he's like, this time I want to tell you, good job for once.
Keep this up. Just do more of what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, first time out call that we're seeing from the Gen G camp, just given how far ahead they were.
Oh ini Mbak Mbak cakep ya di belakang ya? Orang Korea teknisinya cakep-cakep guys, gue bingung guys. Tolong dong guys. Jadi salvo gear.
They're identifying so far, but it's also difficult because at the end of the day, these rounds are starting because something just swings a corner and headshots you.
Yeah, I mean, when you're already down one man, and you know, I was almost going to say PaperX not really gaining that much more space after something goes to the site might bite them back, but it works out. Gen G gets a little curious because they still don't have as much information either. Of course, they're also running a double duelist here, so not as much util that you're used to having, especially with the sky changes. I am curious if Gen G might consider trying not to use the operator too much, right? Don't try to build up to that too much economically, because you might get the first kill, but when you've got the raise gen and the
belajar dari hierarki ya guys. Kalau misalnya Meteor udah pegang operator, bahaya banget di split, dia bisa nge-hold saya sendirian. Meskipun mereka nggak ada sentinel yang pasti gitu, cuman yang jadi anchor adalah si Meteor sih sendirian ya, benar-benar sendirian. Sisanya main retake gitu, siap-siap banget sama main retake. Deh, PRX enak nih, free side nih, dapat side bebas nih, enak nih harusnya nih, enak dong harusnya dong.
PaperX will just wait to have somebody that
Nah
needs an ult
lo,
point.
spike drop. Yang planting siapa? Monyet, oh buat monyet. Biar dapat ini, biar dapat orb. Let's go. Boleh, boleh. Retake-nya jauh, ayo dari attacker spawn.
I'm
Nah
gonna be
lo.
curious if PaperX all decide to push back out of main because it looks like that's the idea. They don't want to push any deeper into the site. So PaperX perhaps the idea, not really necessarily going for kills, right? They just want to say we want to snowball as much as possible. We're going to keep the weapons we have. Don't necessarily hunt for kills. If they die to the spike, that's it.
Awas, main freak, main freak, main freak. Oh nice.
Finding one, Caron.
Diterat lagi.
Off the back of that damage there gets the nice headshot.
Yeah, you're going to want a double stack here. Something alone could be dangerous.
Banyak checking all the way back over towards spawn. Heaven for the
Oh.
time being, not being checked.
Buy time dulu, buy time dulu.
Rocket will fall, but Caron with another nice shot. Texture as well.
4 second, ayo.
Caron's gonna be able
Aduh.
to find 3. They clean him up.
Ya, paling nggak buy time aja sih.
Going off. PaperX, they will be able to get up to 4, but
Tapi Karon saving apa dia? Oh dapat lagi, dapat senjata lagi. Waduh, dapat free weapon nih. Bisa-bisa ya, woy, makanya anjir. Bisa-bisanya ya tadi. Pura-pura nggak denger aja. Mau matain dia. Oh kan, operator kan Meteor kan, udah gue bilang. Setelah dia tuh Meteor pegang operator di S-side, udah enak banget. Kayak pas lawan siapa? Pas lawan Anarchy. Nggak bisa. Ada dimensional drifts. Dibuka dulu. Dapat Judge, 1 kill, double kill, oke. Something sama persen dapat 1 masing-masing. Nggak bisa something. Udah di hold angle sama Munchkin. Nice Divine, nice trade. Come on. Nice one. 3v1. Tinggal tekstur. Bagus. Nah gini dong, pede mainnya. Nggak kayak tadi main di Asen. Sekarang pede, kelihatan banget.
You're gonna counter the Euro all you want, but once you hear that little whisper from the other dimension following you all into the site, things get a little chaotic. We even have the Paranoia there to assist as well. That just really sets up all 3 duelists.
Ya ini emang map PaperX btw.
And I was gonna say, overall, this is actually one of the first matches where I felt that Divai had very little impact, but right there, holding that close angle, trying to get back into the swing of things himself.
Still a purchase coming through, but obviously the operator not in hand. Something just gonna look to eat some of that damage.
Wasit. Something megang operator, jangan sampai ke retrieve lagi operatornya. Nice banget tekstur yang didapetin. Powerhouse-nya hilang 1. Powerhouse-nya hilang 1 guys. Enak ini. Wah, digoceng nggak tuh? Rotate nggak tuh 3 orang? Enggak, spike-nya masih di S-side. Oke. Kayak dia ngecek flank deh. Karena nggak ada alarm juga kan. Boleh ikutan bang, ikutan apa anjir? Kamu follow dan subscribe dulu YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban. Oke, thank you.
They're happy to fight, but they're just saying, okay, well, if we go in for free with no content, we'll take that as well.
Hand off to Banyak, Showstopper now online. Genji.
PRX langsung revenge, iya dong. Game cepet nih harusnya ya. Ini 13-5 dah, balikin lagi 13-5, seru anjir. Bantai membantai ini. Halo, kasih ancaman monyet. Ayo lo. Enak. 1-3, 1 lawan 3. Karon ngelon. Masih bisa double kill lagi ya. Jangan miss dong, please, jangan miss dong. Nice banget. Nggak kegocek, nice banget. Untung Paranoia connect, dia di teleport. Shadow steps, udah. Enak banget itu. 13-0 kayaknya. Boleh ya 13-0, 13-5. Yang penting PaperX menang dulu lah ini map PaperX coy. Masa kalah lagi?
Reminiscent of the performances he had back at Masters Copenhagen, where he was helping carry so many impact rounds.
They say Masters Copenhagen, we still look at champions.
That's true.
That Astra play, the 1-2-3 on Pearl, lives rent-free in my head, not just because I was the one that said it.
Nalo timeout, ayo, Nalo timeout. Ini timeout kedua yang diambil dari tim ini guys, Genji ya guys ya. Main Freak Guild calon meme. Cuma kalau tadi main Freak ya malah yang di shutdown sama si apa? Tadi Lakia ngasih gue lupa namanya, yang jadi Astra tuh. Bakal jadi meme sih, lucu sih anjir. Halo Foni, selamat sore Bapak Viper Indonesia. Selamat sore penonton Bapak Viper Indonesia. Foni Wijaya. Foni Wijaya. Alex tuh main kalau begini, lu belum lihat Alex yang ini map pertama tadi. Pas udah selesai langsung disamperin anjir. Pemain-pemain PRX, roster-rosternya. Lu bisa main gak sih anjing? Langsung disamperin pas game selesai. Ya gimana anjing 13-5. Map Asen. Susah entry, susah defense, susah retake. Gue nunggu dia gebrak meja lagi. Kayak banyak yang menunggu itu deh. Oh, nice banget ngambil celahnya something. Gila, keren. Boleh. BTW 3 duelis loh, PRX guys. For second ini emang sebagai apa? Semi duelis ya guys ya, semi inisiator. Let's go, Supik 1, 2, 3. Nice. Itu namanya teknik Supik guys. Jadi cuma bisa dilakukan oleh Viper. Ketika lu ambil lagi orb-nya, lu bisa ngeliat musuh 0,2 second lebih awal daripada lu ngeliat daripada musuh ngeliat lu gitu. Kalah draft. Nggak juga sih kalau draft, kalah draft sebenarnya. Kasih tahu. Nice blast for second. 1 lawan 2 masih possible ya. Di mapping dulu musuhnya pada di mana. Oh, fake juga mereka kesana coy.
As much as they could, but it's Forsaken. He knows how this works. He sees their movement all the way to the end, even leaves that one extra seed of doubt. Spotting Kara.
Kita aja permainan Forsaken nih. Permainan Yorunya Forsaken guys. Oh, dia main ke Heaven, Ah, ada Nebula lagi, di stick lagi, susah nih. Ah, ke defuse dong. Sayang banget dong. Mungkin kalau waktunya cepet dia, kalau misal tadi janji ke bait, beneran ke bait sampai ke dalam S-side-nya, terus dia bisa sempat muter ke bagian Heaven Tower B, itu masih mungkin enak buat nge-spray gitu. Cuma kalau sekarang udah susah. Kalau kan udah susah, udah dapat half pasti dia nyampe Heaven kan tadi. Bahaya sih. Paling nggak 1 poin lah, kasih lah, udahlah. Tapi PaperX agak miskin tuh gue liat tuh. Padahal unggul nomor 2 cuma masih miskin gitu loh. Dava cuma Stinger. Maunya juga cuma Stinger. Hey. Nice try something. Oh, nice one for second. Untung ada second layer. Dikiranya something sendiri kali ya. Gak expect ada for second kayaknya. Si Texter. For second low HP, hati-hati. 3 orang di garage. Harusnya bisa gampang triple pick ya. Ini udah crossfire, above and below. Saya bisa lah ya. Oh, dapat 1 kena trade meskipun Forsaken harus meninggal. Tapi 2 lawan 3 sekarang. Terlalu berdarah-darah kalau misal Forsaken masih hidup. Ya, 1 lawan 2 dong. 2 lawan 1. Oke.
Munchkin has the pit. But does he commit it here? Still so risky.
Ya, terus apa gitu kalau misalnya dia Viper Speed? Hey, jiggle apa itu something? Itu miss banget tuh jiggle itu. Something kenapa ya? Hey, awas main freak. Last man standing nih. Nice banget coy. Nice banget. Yuk, bisa yuk. Ayo bisa yuk, 13-1 lah ya. 13-1 lah ya. 13-1 lah ya.
Very quick kill and exit from something on that one, and I want to give props to Munchkin. He reads the jump timings.
Waduh, kena warning guys. Habis ini gue di stream TikTok ya guys ya. Jadi buat kalian yang masih di TikTok silahkan pindah ke YouTube. Dan gue bisa jadiin kalian moderator dengan cara kalian ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak gini guys. Pokoknya kalian yang TikTok silahkan pindah ke YouTube. YouTube gue Bos Naban. Nih YouTube gue nih Bos Naban nih. Ketik satu di live chat itu Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak gini guys. Kayak Foni, kayak siapa namanya? Kayak Yeksa gitulah. Bukan di TikTok bang, di YouTube bang. Di TikTok soalnya udah maksimal moderatornya. Dan gue udah nyiapin giveaway buat kalian guys. Karena gue udah 1000 subscribers nih di YouTube nih, baru 1000 subscribers. Jadi silakan mampir ke YouTube gue dan jangan lupa subscribe guys. Thank you so much. Ada seekers tuh, seekersnya kemana nih? Refill dong posisi 4 second sama Davai, sama main freak.
It's just Divide, Mind Freak to try and see if they can somehow engineer this 2v5 retake. Otherwise, Gen G, I mean, it was on the tip of my tongue right as the round started, but they pushed the go button so quickly. But these guys, they're thrifties throughout this tournament, have been impeccable, and they're looking for another one now.
That's how they're able to overcome so many of these opponents.
Come on.
Lineup. 2 more in B main as well, so even if they get through this race, it's a difficult one.
Yuk. Emang cuma sheriff bisa apa? Karun masih dapat 1 kill. Davai bisa nge-trade 3 lawan 1 lah ya. Davai low HP. Berbahaya banget sih. Davai. Kok pada ini ya? Kecicil loh pakai sheriff loh. Kasian amat ya.
We're going to have to go back and look at this entire tournament because it wasn't just yesterday. Gen G, they have been clawing their way back into not just maps, but entire matches and stages, phases of this entire kickoff tournament to stay alive off these thrifties, off these 4v5s, 3v5s.
Kursor lo pengen dikit. Oh ya, sorry.
And you wonder just what it is, and I think Karen's a big part of it. Just the shots he can make with these sheriffs, with these guardians, things like that.
Leading the charge right now. He and Mike.
Aman ya, gua trio ya.
Top of the board.
Woi, ada lagi ya. Sudah smokes lagi. Ngecoba nge-trade. Cuma ada man of angle meteor dari rafters. Gua kira crosshair WKWK, sekarang aman. aman. Crosshairnya kok bentuknya panah gitu ya. Davai bisa nge-trade, tapi dulu lawan 4 gimana nih? Belum refrag. Ya, 37. Saving ya sih tadi, soalnya PRX.
It just shows how much experience he's gained throughout this tournament as an entirely new rookie. Because obviously with the grab wheel activating, he saw that the Omen was still stuck in that area of effect. He could have gone for
itu unlucky banget sih for second sih. Di wall bang kayak gitu anjir. Di smoke bang kayak gitu.
Chance for PaperX to claw back into the round, so he just says, I won't give it to you. I'll wait for more backup to come and we'll swarm you for the last.
Yo Alex mulai, ayo. Mana ko Alex? Ya mulai bingung ko Alex. Tapi meja masih aman nampaknya ya. Meja masih aman. Nah bener kan? Udah mulai bete ko Alex. Tapi meja masih aman guys.
Just everything in the entire professional Valorant ecosystem. This is going to be his first
Fizal Rahman.
official tournament during a regular season.
Jangan lupa guys, gua Toreo, Camel Ungu Uhuy sama Fizal Rahman. Jangan lupa subscribe itu Bos Naban ya, karena gua bakal nyiapin giveaway sebentar lagi guys. Buat mungkin 5-7 orang beruntung, sampai 10 mungkin insya Allah bisa gitu. Jadi jangan lupa subscribe YouTube Bos Naban juga, oke? Fitzal, Kamel Ungu, dan gua Trio. Boleh gas. Keren, kamu keren. Keren. Kapan? Sausnya Perez, ayo dong, 8 dong. 9-3-in dong. Tuh, laki ini suka hoki gitu wallbang. Kepalanya, tolong Forsaken. Kepalanya. Anjir langsung ke delete gitu loh. Cepet banget ya. Crosshair placement tuh enak banget delete anjir. Pro player tuh, gak ngerti gue. Aman bang, thank you, Kemal Ungu, keren. Eits. Waduh. Nalo, City ya. Ada apa lagi tadi? Monyet lumayan, saya kira 21, oke, Munchkin tumbang. Tinggal posten taruh 4, tapi sayangnya quantity masih sama, tapi ada Viper Speed. Viper Speednya sebenarnya agak oke. Nalo dipushnya dari screen semua, ayo. Yuk. Oh, something is on fire, guys. Triple kill. Oh no. Oh, something again. Untungnya something is on fire, guys. 4K something, guys. Ini tank Rusia kita, guys. Something ini yang punya setengah Rusia, guys. Jadi lu gak usah khawatir deh kalau udah something yang last man standing. Meskipun tadi agak bikin agak bikin jantungan. Kenapa tiba-tiba 1v1? Soalnya Karon tiba-tiba kill Mindflix sama monyet, itu aneh banget. Tapi untungnya masih ada something, guys. Dan mereka masih bisa full buy di last round of the first half ini. Menembus dosa kemarin dia di split. Oke, let's go. Oh, Meteor masih nge-trade dong. Something, oke, nice. Something on fire. Something masih impar ternyata. Masih impar banget sama tekstur sama Meteor. Oh, oke, lagi. 2 lawan 1, Davai. Davai sendirian. Davainya lurking. Udah di ulti, Viper Speed. Spike dalam Viper Speed. Susah nge-retrieve dong kalau kayak gini. Di hold angle sama Makia. Oh, bisa nih ngambil momen nih. Lakia nggak disiplin nih. Ditinggalin. LA ditinggalin. Winnable yuk. Yuk, come on. Oh, dia nggak bisa. Anjir, riskan. Tapi Genji juga overthinking karena nggak ada info masuk. Ini dia. Davai, aduh, nice try deh. Susah. 88 lumayan lah ya. Masih winnable nggak sih, guys? Ini udah masuk second half nih, guys. Menurut kalian siapa yang menang dan skornya berapa, guys? Kalau gue PRX 13-10. Ada yang mau nebak skor boleh, silakan. PRX berapa? 13-7, oke, 13-7. Berarti jadinya cuma dikasih 3 ronde ya, guys, di second half ya, guys ya. Ada lagi. Just for Genji, but of course the reigning champions Pacific as well. I mean, the fan base that they've created here in 13-9, oke, dari Kans. Kita lihat nanti siapa yang paling mendekati ya, guys ya. 13-6, boleh. Kans sama nggak tahu siapa, jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube Bos Naban. Dimas juga jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube Bos Naban ya. Karena alhamdulillah gue udah sampai 1000 subscribers dan gue bakal nyiapin giveaway buat kalian semua. Stay tune aja terus di semua sosmed gue. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, semuanya guys ya. 40-40. Kapan dong? Itu juga 40-40 belum selesai gamenya anjir. 42-40 lah. Tapi mau sampai kapan anjir, besok? Mau sampai besok? Waduh. Thank you ya atas follow Ikara. Ini kayak mau main tabrak-tabrak masuk nih sama Genji nih. Udah siapa yang nge-satchel si Texter. Warning mulu, bosen. Nanti gue ini ya restream ya guys ya.
Sheriff. It's a fast
the
push
rush.
in.
Oh,
Texture
Get the back.
what? Wait, monyet dong. Aduh, ketrap.
Look to the left.
Tapi paling nggak bisa sih dapat 2 lumayan lah.
Trying to hold here
Oke,
with
monyet
that
nice
Sheriff.
banget ya.
Gate crash. Back across
Gate
the
crash-nya
outside.
jauh juga ya Jason ya.
Sheriffs, Paper Rex are just
Gate crash-nya jauh juga
swing
Jason.
and win these
Itu
duels.
gate crash-nya emang buat ini sih guys, buat retake A side sih, buat nge-support cepet gitu. Tapi sayangnya mereka nge-hit B side.
The first one, the
Cuma ya udahlah. Aduh, Munchkin lagi, forcing sendirian lagi. Yuk, yuk, yuk. Infonya nggak ada yang masuk. Come on, masukin pilar, Bisa yuk. For second, come on.
still more work to be
Masih ada waktu, oke. Bisa mainin dulu LA-nya berarti.
It's gonna cost him a significant amount of time.
Yeah, he's just gonna need to swing at the last second, get that kill.
Perkiraan siapa menang nih?
Work out.
Dapat! Oh! Munchkinnya overthinking, nice banget, nice decision. Nice decision dari Forsaken ya guys ya. Ngambil Ellie. Dan sekarang masih ada waktu buat nge-defuse.
Up to 9.
Mantap.
Still as a statue in
Keren,
that
keren,
corner.
keren, keren.
Just don't suspect
Congrats,
it this
congrats.
go round.
The best, the
Especially
best.
after, you know, the guiding light hits, you see one person
What a mind
flash,
games,
just no
gitu.
reaction, no spray, nothing else.
1, oke. Navi Abdillah bakal jadi moderator karena dia ketik 1 di live chat itu bos Naban guys.
I was afraid that we saw the double team of Divine and something trying to go for the early peak.
Jadi buat kalian yang di TikTok,
Able to arrive, but don't
kalian bisa
numbers
mampir ke YouTube
just
gua dan ketik 1 di live chat itu bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator nih kayak si Foni, kayak Navi Abdillah. Semudah itu guys jadi moderator gua guys, gampang banget. Gua nonton YouTube aku lagi nggak nonton YouTube dulu, aku lagi di luar. Oke, nggak apa-apa clean nih. Forsaken nggak tuh? Ini outlaw moment Forsaken the best loh. Ingat gak sih yang pas dia main di Sunset dapat 4K gitu? Dan nggak cuma sekali, 3K kali, tapi berkali-kali gitu. Nggak cuma seronde doang gitu. Panas banget dia main di main Sunset. Gue nonton bareng Coach Lippy, bareng Yanto waktu itu. Di apa di kebun jeruk. Oke, come on. Hey, Davai. Ya 3 lawan 2 yuk, tapi sayangnya Meteor udah ada ini, udah ada Stinger. Oh, nice banget. Something dia pakai outlaw. Something pakai outlaw, Forsaken pakai outlaw. Emang lagi meta banget kayak outlaw nih di sini nih. Perkiraan siapa yang menang nih? PRX dong. Tadi tebak sore adalah kalau gua 13-10, kalau Anon 13-7, Kans 13-9, nggak tahu siapa 13-6, Dimas 13-8, Kara 13-15. Berarti kamu dukung Genji ya Kara ya? Enggak. Hai Maggie, welcome to stream Maggie. Welcome to Grand Final of VCT Pacific. Genji versus PRX. Come on. Oof. That's very dangerous, guys. That's for the follow, kecap putih. Oh, nice one. From Cloud Burst using Shorty, Davai, nice kill. Dexter as well, lucky follow up. Traded and fragate, but Monyet is still able to be on the offside position and killing 2 skills at the same time. And ended with Mind Freak. What a play guys, hampir kalah tadi lo. PRX lo. Hi Claire, welcome to stream Claire. Glad you have been visiting my stream very often. Perhaps this is the right time for you to follow me, Claire. Okay, it's about time guys. We gotta make sure that we close this game as fast as possible. Tapi Pers udah dapat tiket ke Madrid ya? Udah dapat dia. Udah dapat tiket ke Madrid bersama dengan Genji. Berarti emang grup RRQ kemarin grup neraka. Iya coy. RRQ hell banget. Kasian RRQ. Mungkin kalau misalnya RRQ di grup B masih bisa menang dia. Masih bisa masuk play-ins lah minimal gitu. Cuman unlucky banget si RRQ sih. Kasian gue. Kasian banget. Sebenarnya pas di Icebox dia bisa menang si RRQ. Cuma dia ke double pick mulu. Sama ini Genji. Terus hitungannya masih tim baru lagi. Iya, Genji tim baru enggak? Genji bukan tim baru sih sebenarnya. Tahun lalu, kayaknya iya deh. Dari kapan sih Genji tuh gue lupa dah. Gue cek failer dulu lah, Genji tuh dari kapan sih? Kalau PRS kan dari 2020 ya. We still are competing. I know that there's a team with 2 Czech players, so I'm asking. Actually, There is no Czech player in this competitive scene. Maggie. All of them are Asian except for something. Something is from Russian.
12-4, PaperX.
And other nines are basically Asian.
With the loss on Ascent, feeling right at home.
Yeah, so basically, guys.
Yep, everyone putting up the numbers they need, playing the role that they need to. Obviously, some of these long-range duels really assisting the scoreline for something in
Tekstur gacor, coy. Iya, tekstur gacor.
They're also kind of the main ones that are creating a lot of these distractions. I mean, now and then it's
Oh iya, Rarake tim baru bener.
between that Jet and the Rays. But once it comes to that defense,
Baru di ini ya, tim baru apa?
one more round is all they need. Now it's an operator. They want to close this out as soon as possible.
Baru apa sih dia masuk Pacific tahun berapa dia ya? Dia tuh masuk franchise tahun kapan ya? Gue lupa dah. 2022 bukan sih? Ingat gue. Something gacor juga, iya. MVP ya something sih di sini sih. For second sama something tuh mainnya outlaw anjir pas di ronde kedua half round ya. Ronde kedua second half. Ke monyet juga. Wah, udah closing ini mah. Gantian dong, ngebantai dong. Ada yang tebakannya 13-4, ada. Nice banget BTW. Very nice. Very nice. Gue nge-share udah 1K aja. Iya, siap-siap. Siap-siap bakal ada giveaway guys ya buat kalian para subscribers YouTube Bos Naban. Makanya buat kalian yang belum subscribe YouTube Bos Naban yang masih di TikTok mungkin bisa mampir ke YouTube gue dan subscribe YouTube gue Bos Naban, dan gue bakal nyapin giveaway sebentar lagi. Gak cuma buat 1-2 orang tapi buat banyak orang tentunya guys. Jadi kalian stay tune terus di lini masa gue ya, di sosmed gue, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, di follow semua ya guys ya. Thank you so much guys. Ditunggu aja pengumumannya nanti guys. Kang Alex nggak tercemar di R2 ya. Dan berarti meja selamat ya guys ya. Meja coachnya aman ya guys ya, dari coach Alex ya. Aman banget. 13-4 bang, tadi siapa nih yang nebak nih? 13-4. Ya paling mendekati sini si Kans nih. Si Kans ini dia 13-9. Dimas Teng. Dimas yang paling mendekati nih. Bukan, nggak tahu siapa ternyata. Gak tahu siapa nebaknya PRX 13-6, berarti dia paling mendekati dia. Lumayan. Congrats guys. Dan buat kalian guys, jangan lupa subscribe YouTube Bos Naban guys. Dan buat kalian yang mau jadi moderator YouTube gua, tinggal mampir ke YouTube gua, ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator kayak mereka nih, kayak Muhammad Habiel, kayak Nafi Abdillah gitu. Ya kayak mereka nih, kayak Muhammad Abdillah, kayak apa? Muhammad Abdillah. Terus Muhammad Habiel, ini Muhammad Nafi, Abdillah sama Muhammad Habiel. Pokoknya nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak gini guys di YouTube. Dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube gua. Genji dari Korea, Fuadi. Guys, gue mau ini dulu guys. Gue mau restream dulu. Jadi gue bakal nge-stream lagi sebentar lagi sambil nunggu map 3 guys ya. Karena gue udah kena warning berkali-kali dari TikToknya. Buat kalian silahkan mampir ke YouTube gue, Bos Naban. Dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dengan cara ketik satu aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Oke, nih YouTube gue nih Bos Naban. Kita ketemu lagi guys ya di map 3 guys. Gue mau restream sebentar, oke? Map 1 kalah PRX. Ketemu lagi. Udah kak, yang di TikTok pindah dulu YouTube yuk. Gue mau yang stream di TikTok. Sebentar. Oke? Bye bye. Yang TikTok. Fitzal Rahman jadi moderator, mantap. Oke, kamu jadi moderator. Oke, udah di save, keren kamu jadi moderator. Coba chat lagi, Fitzal.
The way that they shoot is so sharp sometimes that you actually see PaperX players kind of whiffing for a second or two. I mean, Karen's still a very, very outstanding player, really scary to play against. But then again, once you go into that second half, Banyak started to show up.
Keren, Fitzal jadi moderator, keren, paling keren.
PaperX just making quick work of Genji for this one, but again, kind of like you said, Paper Thin.
Kang Alex belum tercemari, mantap bos, keren, Fitzal, kamu juga keren, hebat. Orang keren adalah moderator gua guys, moderator YouTube gua. Kasian yang tadi belum sempat nge-subscribe, tapi gua bakal di-stream sih, ini gua stream lagi nih. Satu, oke. Dev jadi moderator nih. Coba kamu Dev chat lagi, apapun. Kamu typing lagi apapun itu. Nama kamu udah biru obeng pokoknya.
they're really good in 1v1s. They're winning a lot of those battles. I mean, yesterday in the 2 maps against DRX, Munchkin had 11 first bloods. I mean, think about that.
Mouse lu apa cuy? Mouse gue biasa aja cuy. Mouse gue cuma Logitech 102 wired, masih pakai kabel, dan termasuk mouse paling murah sih.
That very spread out style that Genji likes to run. Meteor and Munchkin are like to lurk around the map. So
Paling nggak tadi di Asen PRX dibantai, tapi gantian di split kita yang ngebantai, PRX yang ngebantai. Hero-nya memang si ini sih something ternyata ya, hero-nya ya.
It's definitely fun. It's like when you see an old friend that you haven't seen in a year, and then he gives you a warm hug, and like, oh, I remember how this feels. That's really nice.
By the way, gue pengen break dulu guys. Gue pengen break dulu sebentar. Gue mau ambil minum sama ambil cemilan sambil nunggu map 3 guys ya. Kalian enjoy dulu sesi bacot-bacotan dari caster sama analis ya. Karena gue bakal balik lagi sebentar lagi, oke?
And wait inside of smokes as Genji tries to push against him. So if they can
Thank you, Abdillah.
to keep up this pace, it could look really great. I mean, Meteor had some of his moments as well, maybe not quite as outstanding. So there's that slight difference. But as we go into the next map, right? I mean, I still feel as though like PaperX aren't out of the woods. As a fan, I'm gonna say that like PaperX are not out of the woods yet, because this is a Genji that's starting to wake up. Meteor's gonna go back onto that Killjoy Sentinel role. Their Guardians, their Sheriff shots, some thrifty rounds that Genji pulls off are still really, really freaking scary. And as an analyst, I will just say that I think Coach Solo really has something cooked up.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, just to recap the stakes here, whoever wins today, both of these teams are going to Madrid. Whoever wins gets those really valuable points to qualify them for champions, which is back here in Korea this year. I can tell you right now, the audience, you stepped into there earlier. A lot of them are here for PaperX, but even more of them are here for Genji. Even yesterday, apparently, with all 3 Korean teams playing, a lot of people are actually supporting the underdogs, Genji.
Oh yeah, the Genji fans have really come out in force, and players like Munchkin that have been playing for a really long time across multiple different teams, multiple different regions, Meteor as well, you know, bringing a lot of those fans over, you know, from the hype that they were able to generate over in Japan in particular, now coming back to Korea, coming home, all those fans have kind of coalesced around them. They are so loud out there right now. Like, I went down there for a second just to scope it out, and every time Genji was doing something good, it went bonkers.
Yeah, you looked really energized when you came back and they were like, guys, it's crazy inside there right now, and I really wish I was down there. And while all Korea Valorant is here to witness the showdown, I know Southeast Asia's, you know, watch party right now. Geng is watching this right now, so shout out to Geng and his mom on Team Pearl. Now, I'm sure they're really happy watching the split result.
It definitely looks great. Again, triple duelist, it's amazing, especially with how Forsaken plays and really pushes back Genji in some of these rounds. I think William was talking about it in the first half, that so many times PaperX just kind of had free sights because Genji were, you know, respecting some of these maneuvers.
I'm back guys, sambil makan ya.
Retake scenarios.
Map ketiga ini kalau nggak salah apa ya? Kok gue lupa ya mapnya ya.
Like, Mind Freak is starting to, you know, wake up and come back to peak form again. That's the PaperX that we all know and love.
Yeah, I mean, Genji here just, you know, wasn't able to really play the style that they want. They can't really slow PaperX down at all, and you know, they have.
Map ketiga itu adalah Lotus guys. Map picknya si Genji guys. Itu adalah map dimana dia rest di acak-acak sama apa sama Genji.
With the typical PaperX comp.
Yeah, the typical PaperX comp, you know, you see those duelists, you see them bring out that firepower. As we go back in towards Lotus, that's something to think about.
Rematch.
Yes.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I like it. Yo, PaperX never disappoints. We were talking about this yesterday. You never know what you're gonna get when it
Bro,
comes to
PaperX playing
He's hovering. I don't know.
agent biasa sumpah. PaperX main agent biasa coy, nggak aneh-aneh. Agent picknya. Ya semua posisi ada gitu, ke feel gitu. Ada Sentinel, ada Smoker, ada Initiator, 2 duelist, oke. Masih biasa lah dia mainnya, main format-format biasa. Mungkin trauma kali ya mereka pas main di Asen agak tersendat-sendat gitu loh. Apalagi kalau map picknya Genji gitu.
I'm not too surprised that they're going to lean into this. I think maybe they felt like they needed a change versus the last time. Maybe something will give Gen.G a little bit of a different look because Gen.G looked really good on this map last time.
I am so excited for this Lotus. It's going to be a brand new game for these two teams. They're going to go over to our casters. They're going to break it all down and talk about all the action.
Thank you very much. Here
Okay,
we are.
let's go. Lotus map
The Reina.
is coming.
A much different look for Paper X this time around. Still not opting to play this when it comes down to Ascent.
Yeah.
But now we go over to Lotus and they say, hey, you know what? Why not?
I'm curious how this is going to work, because I think one of the ways they were able to have, decent success against Gen.G's Lotus the first time around was with the double duelists of Jet and Raze. You can just power your way through that seaside setup. A lot of other teams have been having trouble with that. Now with the
Tapi yang pegang Reina something coy. Gue yang gue ingat adalah ketika Reina something itu bagus tapi di bind. Kalau di atas gue nggak tahu. Kita lihat.
Forsaken trading one back, and now Texture arriving around from behind, but gets the dink, doesn't find the elimination.
Ternyata Texture masih bisa nge-move gitu guys.
Divine, with the heal available, go ahead and just try to top them back up, so health will return up to 100. As for now, Paper X.
Coba kalau misalnya Texture dapat satu tuh.
Yeah, a little scared,
Dia 3 lawan 2.
push from Texture, and
Enak di si Genji.
I think he can be forgiven for showing a human moment across 8 days. Still consider him a bit of a demigod at that point. Paper X just cutting noise, trying to just make sure that they're not exposing themselves, trying to stay huddled, getting ready for
Thank you Jeremy Arianto atas like-nya ya. Atas like-nya ya.
Team capsule as well on
Keren
that
banget
classic.
kamu.
See if we can find some more success with it here for Devi.
Gen.G just looking to stay widely corralled together. We'll wait for that spike plant to come in before getting ready to execute. It seems like Paper X finally sufficiently happy that they are in the clear.
It's not as much utility for the retake though, whereas Paper X, they have everything to push out if they get an inkling of Gen.G approaching close.
Well, they slow things down right before they would have gotten into audio distance. Things coming down. Trailblazer in the presence of at least one known, but did they anticipate that all 3 players are going to be right around this corner? Flash comes in to try to slow things up. Munchkin taking a ton of damage through the box. Now down to 4 HP. Fight holds close. Smoke blooms. Munchkin still able to find one now. Lock going to be taken out, but a lot of this rests on Karen.
Oh, Munchkin, no!
Gets himself the
What the hell?
With 4 HP remaining, the fuse will come
4 HP loh.
Get him even closer to that.
Gak dia bisa ngegores cuy.
G will take this pistol round away.
What a monster! I thought
Cuman sayangnya gini loh, sayangnya adalah first kan udah setup buat apa namanya buat post play gitu kan. Ada kamera, ada tripwire. Cuma pada akhirnya mereka tuh stick to ini loh. Mereka stick with apa playing di sini. Itu namanya apa sih gue lupa dah. Ceiling bukan ceiling. Apa ya namanya ya? Lupa lagi namanya apa? Gue lupa kalau apa. City lah ya, berapa tuh? Seahole kali ya, Seahole. Karena Seahole itu waterfall, iya Seahole namanya.
Have they accounted for this? Well, they certainly know about it now.
Yeah, they take down the outlaw as well. That's
Halo Yatburs.
What a great pick from Lakia.
Halo Yatburs, apa kabar? Enak banget tinggal nge-spray aja Munchkin. Paling hobi nih orang. Nge-spray dulu smoke ngabisin peluru. Iseng-iseng berhadiah dari map sebelumnya coy.
So quickly shut down here is this force spy. It's Karan now saying, you know what? I like the outlaw. I will use it.
I'll find a lot of value with it for sure. That's just a
warning
shot.
Swing in, Mind Freak gone, Texture still nearby, spotting him, but 10 HP, they don't want to surrender any weapons. Reload will come through, they'll just back off.
Just trying to draw him in as backup arrives.
Okay,
Nice Davai.
Texture a little scared, he's a little trapped with only 10 HP.
See the camera reaction there. Wasn't anticipating that one, but I mean, Devi.
Awas flank.
How much damage can he deal, but just the one kill.
Sehat dong, Yatburs. Bagus
taking the
kalau
first
sehat.
2 rounds here on Lotus.
Jaga kesehatan guys.
It's a good start, and I am
Tolong
curious.
tap-tap ya Yatburs ya.
Going for a curveball on the force spy, it can work, but when you're going up against the likes of a Viper, a Raze, a Killjoy, where you can just get so much chip damage done to you before you even reach the site, surely Paper X will reconsider that in the future against other teams, or maybe even if they face Gen.G once again. As this is a map that Gen.G has felt very confident on throughout this entire
Confident banget coy. Come on, let's go. Oh, paranoia nampaknya. Mendelay, tapi generator kan meteor. Kok generator? Oh shit. Come on. What the hell? Oh my god, that's by round. Come on, Perex. Kenapa ya nggak bisa ya kalau mepek itu mepek jadi kenapa susah banget ya? Harus banget Perex anjir. Pada half tadi ya mereka ya. Waduh. Saat ini kenapa nggak 2 1 ya bos? Nggak tahu kali. Berharap sama monyet kali.
It's a good pickup for the Killjoy as well, right? I mean, we've seen some of the pros talk about it. The turret, the nano swarm, everything, even the alarm.
Ronde 4 apakah Alex TO time out? Nggak tahu. Harusnya ya. Kalau misalnya round 4 kalah ya. Oh. Oke, nice trade dari Mind Freak.
It is nice to see the dismiss be a work of art once again. It's creating such a distraction.
Right up here against the smoke. Here's
oh! Pada half HP sumpah. Mind Freak juga half HP nih, lihat ini. One hit by Outlaw udah kelar dia. Iya, udah 1K Yatburst. Makanya Yatburst tolong di apa? Viewers di TikTok supaya di embrace buat subscribe YouTube juga gitu, karena bakal ada giveaway gitu. Kamu jadi moderator nih sekarang nih. Di TikTok juga Yatburst. Jadi kamu bisa ngepin. Nah lo. Nah keren. Yang atas share-nya Yatburst. Meteor half HP. Ayo dong. Davai. Oh tinggal di wallbang kah ini? Through the smokes kah? Atau enggak ya? Oke, nice banget Davai. Nicely done. Oke. That's it.
So much damage dealt here, and he will barely survive, knowing the limitations of that spike explosion.
Man, I was worried when he stood still for a second there, because Meteor's goal was clearly just take down all the weapons.
Gak relate gue sama MM pemain pro itu. Gak relate gue. Tapi something rapi sih sama Mind Freak di sini. Masing-masing dapat 2, Davai juga closingnya bagus gitu. Gak bertele-tele. Cuma masalah sekarang tekstur udah punya operator. Ini challenge nih. Tekstur belum nge-kill tapi kalau udah megang operator bakal bahaya. Iya rapi banget, iya coy.
About to dissipate, pulls back around the corner. His texture posted up on a very deep angle. Just knowing that this is everybody stacked up at the A side.
Davai bisa half HP gini ya? Kok bisa loading? Oh kena spam terus sama wallbang. Nope. Nope. Hey. Why? Why, Bo?
Pushing forward, but he's full blind. Classic from Banyak with that vulnerability as well, going to allow to get the elimination and texture.
Min 1 Valo. Ini dulu lah, Perex dulu lah.
Maybe try to find an exit frag, but needs to hold on to this op.
You know, I was just thinking about it as Davai was trying to go for that ult over as well. With the Reyna now, you've got 3 agents on the side of Paper X who don't really rely on their ultimates too much. You're not really looking at those ultimates to turn an entire round, on its head. Sure, Neural Def does help a lot if you're able to get the first kill. But outside of that, and yes, the Reyna with the Empress can go for some insane clutches, a lot of aggro, but again, not things you're building set plays around. It's curious that they're using that on a map like Lotus.
Paling nggak udah lah, 2 dari pegang sama Perex akhirnya.
Ignore that C site that has been difficult to break through against Genji's setup. Continue to play around that revolving door with things like the Leer.
Paper X right back on the saddle here. Going to catch up as they've dealt a significant amount of damage here to the economy on the side of Genji. Operator obviously still held over from texture, but the rest of the buy likely going to be some sheriffs, maybe. I'll force up on something like a Marshall. just wait and see what they have, but very nicely taken. And okay, looks like a hero rifle in the hands of Meteor.
Yeah, do you want to support that operator at least one way or another? Make sure you don't go into rounds back to back to back where you're just trying to save it.
Needs all the support he can get, because right now, once again, Paper X looking to just send it over towards A.
Yeah, the showstopper this time, it can be even quicker. Going in.
Texter tuh dari ini Global Esports dia. Tapi dia pas di Global Esports emang gak nyala coy. Gak senyala pas di Genji anjir. Di Genji main sama sesama orang Korea udah nyala banget, sakit banget texture. Something, spam. Bahaya something. Ayo, come on. Meteor, oh nice banget, pas banget di crosshair. Nah, Karan terpressure nih. Oh, oh. Nice one, Davai.
Tie us up 3-3.
Karen once again proving though that he's not a guy that you can underestimate. I mean,
kayaknya nih memang apa? Semenjak timeoutnya PRX itu, Alex udah ngasih direction dan kayaknya masuk semua gitu loh. Feedbacknya Alex tadi beda sama Asen. Kalau di Asen tuh kayak 2 kali timeout nggak ada hasil sama sekali. Yang sekarang masih aja kalah gitu. Kalau sekarang udah bisa memutarbalikkan meja ya, istilahnya lah. Buat yang di TikTok silakan mampir ke YouTube gue nih Bos Naban. Dan gue udah nyiapin giveaway buat kalian. Dengan syarat kan harus follow dan subscribe YouTube dan Instagram, TikTok gue juga ya guys ya. Gue bakal siapin giveaway buat kalian karena dalam rangka 1000 subscribers gue di YouTube. Jadi kalian jangan lupa subscribe dan follow TikTok, YouTube, dan Instagram gue gitu guys. Thank you so much guys. Ditunggu aja update berikutnya. Makanya stay tune terus di semua lini masa sosial media gue. Thank you guys. Tolong burst di pin. Oh keren. Giveaway tickets. Oke, boleh. Keren. Dan kalian bisa jadi moderator gue dengan cara ketik 1 di live chat itu Bos Naban. Dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru-biru kayak ini. Kayak Navi Abdillah, Rubiansyah, Biru Obeng kayak gitu guys. Cuma sekarang PRX muter lagi balik menuju bagian lobby. Di flash dulu. Tentunya Karen gak bisa bola banyak karena di pos lempar sekaligus memilih untuk retreat. Tapi tekstur masih outeng dari arah Belling tentunya. Mind Freak udah sampai dengan drop. Haven laki yang terlalu polos, namun Karo bisa nge-trade 4 lawan 3, 4 lawan 4. Spike diputar lagi ke arah seaside. Tentunya langsung di-cut dengan Karon. Karon datang lebih awal tentunya. Bisa memberikan suatu ancaman dan presence tentunya. Waktu udah gak banyak, harus melakukan planting. Mungkin planting close plan akan dilakukan oleh tim PRX. Namun something that come Meteor. Meskipun trade dari Texter, namun 4 second dan Davai. Impactful kill coming 4 of them. Munchkin bisa sendirian, 1 lawan 3, sangat berbahaya tentunya. Dan mereka berada di ekonomi yang tidak stabil. Nampaknya memilih untuk saving kah, Munchkin? Oh, dia masih mau berusaha nge-kill dari arah C-Hole, mencari momen, atau mungkin exit kill. Tapi sayang sekali PRX tuh kuat banget defense ya. Maka dari itu Munchkin pundung, dia nggak mau lagi guys, dia nggak mau fight, memilih untuk saving, toh juga ekonomi mereka udah rungkat. Oke, Nian, kamu jadi moderator, Nian. Sekarang kamu jadi moderator nih. Mantap. Oke, Nian jadi moderator, guys. Nah, jadi buat kalian yang mau jadi moderator di YouTube gua, tinggal pindah ke YouTube, yang dari TikTok pindah ke YouTube, ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Dan gua bakalan bikin kalian nama kalian jadi biru obeng kayak Navi Abdillah, Robiansyah, kayak Dev juga gitu loh. Berapa bang? Ini sekarang kita durasi 34 ya. Ini sekarang udah ngambil timeout tim Genji nih harusnya. Harusnya bakal sengit sih map keempat ini. Map ketiga. Map ketiga ini sorry. Bang ngomong apa maksudnya? Kamu subscribe dan follow dulu dong. Ini kok namanya Thailand sih, guys. Bantal Poladot buff to cap. Ini bantal apa aja? Ya guys, yang di TikTok silakan pindah YouTube. Dan ketika satu di live chat YouTube gue, dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator guys. Dan gue udah nyiapin giveaway juga dalam rangka 1000 subscribers YouTube gue gitu. Buat kalian makanya kan stay tune terus di semua sosial media gue, di TikTok, di YouTube, dan di Instagram ya guys ya, Bos Naban. Oke? Best of 3 kah bang? Enggak, ini best of 5. Udah ada 5 map. Lotus adalah map ketiga. Abis ini ada Bind, terakhir ada Breeze. Gue nggak yakin kalau PRX bisa menang di Breeze sih TBH ya. Makanya dia harus menang di Lotus sih. Lotus sama Bind. Di map keempat udah harus tutup buku gitu. 3-1 lah, nggak bisa 3-2. Karena Breeze map terakhirnya bahaya buat PRX. Kemarin dia kalah soalnya. Hey, kepalanya kelihatan. 1 kill. Oh, Davai double kill. Double kill lumayan lah Davai. Yang menang bakal PRX kalau Lotus ya, kalau kata gue ya. Karena sekarang kondisinya Genji Iko lagi gitu kan. PRX dapat 5 angka gitu. Paling nggak PRX menang 75 first half. Habis itu bakal 13-11 di second half kalau kata gue. Karena kita tahu kan kalau misalnya entry-nya si Texter itu parah. Selalu aja dia bisa entry dengan berbagai macam cara, apalagi dengan dua bukan dua sih, tapi kayak 2 smoker, oke 2 smoker terus ada flasher 1 sama ada cari info 1. Dan mereka tuh bener-bener nge-support si Texter ini guys. Jadi bakal susah kalau misalnya attacker. Tapi yang gue respect sekarang adalah PRX dia nggak pakai komposisi agent aneh. Dia masih pakai komposisi agent yang masih quiet default ya guys ya, masih quiet common. Ada 2, semua role ke field lah pokoknya. Mau dari duelist, ada 2 duelist itu kan, Reina sama Raze, terus inisiator, terus ada Omen juga. Terus satu lagi Sentinel Disciple gitu. Semuanya ke field gitu. Demon One apa kabar bang? Energy ya? Energy bukan lolos nih sih? Gue lupa dah Energy itu lolos gak sih? Ya, PRX udah lolos Madrid sebenarnya, jadi mereka cuek aja sih menang kalah. Cuma ya masa kalah sih? Masa dia mau ngasih gelar juara Pasifik sih anjir? Sang yang megang apak masa mau dikasih sih gelarnya? Malu lah. Energy lolos kok. Energy ntar lawan Loud setau gue. Nggak tau deh. Waduh, gak bisa miring. Kalau mau miring ke YouTube aja RRM. Kalau mau miring di YouTube aja. YouTube-nya Bos Naban nih. Udah banyak juga yang di sana. Wait, something, 2 lawan 1. Oh, bahaya banget. Padahal dia low HP. Nggak bisa ngikis HP dari Texter. Cuma Texter akhirnya keteret juga sama Davai. Sekarang 1v1. Davai low HP, 30 HP left. Namun Karen, oh, that's a flick. Itu nge-flick coy Karon. What the hell? Tadi lagi meleng loh sumpah si Karon. Tapi Davai juga kayaknya nge-whip sih. Iya, ini final VCT. Just Format PS sampai juara dunia. Jadi ini udah grand final. Jadi sebelum grand final ini ada babak group stage. Kalau misalnya menang group stage langsung lolos ke playoffs. Tapi kalau misalnya kalah ada lore bracket terus masuk ke play-in gitu kalau misalnya menang. Habis itu ketemu lagi di grand final. Nah, ini grand finalnya nih. Menang Pasifik, abis itu ada Masters. Mastersnya di mana? Di Madrid. Ketemu sama pemain-pemain dari tim Amerika, Eropa, sama Cina yang sama-sama menang juara 2 gitu. Davai buru-buru amat makanya. For second, tapi paling nggak dapat 2 lah. Keren. Gua paling suka nih W gamingnya nih, keluar lagi nih. Percaya diri yang mulai muncul lagi nih meskipun ini mapnya mapiknya Genji gitu. Davai buru-buru amat, iya makanya coy. Tapi ya udahlah. Paling nggak sekarang dia udah bisa revenge lah ya, udah bisa udah bisa balas kesalahan dia lah pokoknya lah. Munchkin masih dengan Judge. Weh. Double damage. Saving deh Karon.
Caron off and
Gak
Narnia.
dikasih saving gak tuh? Dikejar gak tuh?
Much else is going to be found here for Gen G. Paper Rex is going to be keeping them at an arm's length distance.
Oh, they want this kill. I mean, he's
Davai udah lapar mau buru-buru kelar.
Predator running very dry. I mean, absolutely.
Guys, jangan lupa guys mampir YouTube guys ya, ke TikTok, ke YouTube Bos Naban, karena gue udah nyiapin giveaway dalam rangka 1000 subscribers gue gitu. Bakal ada banyak giveaway buat kalian Valorant Points. Kalian bisa beli skin yang kalian mau gitu. Dan tentunya jangan lupa guys, jangan lupa kalian terus follow semua sosmed gue. Nih Bos Naban nih. Kalau kamu mau jadi moderator YouTube gue, gampang guys, gampang banget. Kalian tinggal ketik satu di live chat YouTube gue. Kayak si Raffi Muazzar ini, dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator. Nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak Nafi Abdillah sama Fitzal Rahman ini guys. Kata nggak sih? Master kemarin Demon One kan ya? Demon One itu ini yang menang Champions guys, bukan menang Master. Dan VP sih OTW VCT Bundle. Iya coy. Udah, Raffi Muazzar dapat. Udah jadi moderator kamu Raffi. Keren, congrats. Dua map sebelumnya itu ada Ascent sama ada Split. Pas di Ascent, Geng itu ngebantai PRX 13-5. Tapi pas di map Split, PRX ngebantai Geng 13-4. Jadi ngebantai ganti-gantian. Iya, ini dua-duanya udah otomatis ke Madrid, betul, Calvin. Jangan lupa ya Calvin, Timur, Geovas, follow YouTube Bos Naban. Follow TikTok Bos Naban sama subscribe YouTube Bos Naban ya. Thank you bro. Tapi 1v1 Meteor versus Mindfreak. Meteor low HP hanya dengan Classics, hanya dengan Sheriff. Oh, tinggal kegores saja. Tinggal gores sedikit udah menang. 7, bisa 8-4 lagi nih. Aman aja Nian, aman aja. Mindfreak always last man like gokil banget dia. Tapi giliran last man standing lawan Sentinels waktu di Afrika TV kemarin selalu kalah gitu. Karena kondisinya 1 lawan 4, 1 lawan 3. Kalau gini kan enak ya. Masih 1v1 berarti masih 50-50 gitu menangnya. Apalagi sebenarnya nggak 50-50. Kenapa? Karena ternyata si Meteor itu cuma pakai udah low HP dan cuma megang Sheriff gitu ya. Paling 80% menang lah ya gitu. Enak sih seharusnya sekarang komposisinya. Dan juga gue respect sama Monyet karena dia udah mulai nyambung chemistry mainnya dengan PRX ya guys ya. Beda sama pas dia main di Afrika TV tahun lalu ya. Come on. Rotating door, careful, Lakia, enak banget nge-swing dapet 3. Yah, tinggal 2 orang dong. Tinggal something sama Monyet dong. Bisa dijaga 2 orang, Eset clear sih. Kalau mau rotate sekarang waktu ya sih, cuman kalau kata gue jadi bakal fast rotate. Kalau ke si boleh, tapi udah ada yang hot angle, Munchkin, udah gue duga. Fuck. Ngapain Monyet? Monyet Satchel kemana? 75 ya udahlah ya. Itu yang bisa dikasih, itu yang terbaik yang bisa PRX kasih masa Tekken. Iya benar, Afrika itu yang Sentinel versus PRX. Benar, yang dimenangkan oleh Sentinel. Ya, mumpung lagi halftime guys, gue mau himbau lagi. Gue gak akan bosan-bosannya himbau. Kalian bisa jadi moderator YouTube gue dengan cara ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Apalagi buat kalian para penghuni TikTok. Tenang aja guys, gue udah nyiapin giveaway buat kalian juga. Karena dalam rangka 1000 subscribers gue, finally YouTube gue nyampe 1000 subscribers dan kalian bisa jadi calon pemenangnya guys. Makanya mampir ke YouTube gue dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dengan cara ketik 1 dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak Raffi Muazzar, Robi Aditya sama Evanescent. Nah, info score sekarang 75, kondisi 2-1, 2-0, satu sama. Map 1 Ascent menang si Genji, skornya 13-5. Kalau map kedua Split menang PRX, menang 13-4. Ya. Yo guys, yang di TikTok silakan. Mumpung masih halftime, mumpung masih break time, kalian bisa mampir ke YouTube gue, subscribe YouTube Bos Naban. Ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi moderator dan kalian bisa punya chance buat menang giveaway nanti guys. Thank you so much guys. Bejir. Iyalah bantai-membantai, kalau sekarang agak sengit le.
denying Texture from finding value. Karen as well. Both of them down there at the bottom of the scoreboard for the side of Gen G. We'll see if that changes.
Ini wall paling basic yang pernah ada sih. Wall Viper yang ngeselin sih, karena ini dia nutup info dari stairs sama dari link. Jadi otomatis gampang banget buat dapetin rubble sama main. Oh, yang ngeflank ada. Oh, yang ngeflank 3 orang. 4 orang ngeflank nih. 4 orang ngeflank, dilihat nih. Lihat minimap. Waduh, monyet kecepetan, monyet. Sabar dulu dong, kan ada flash something. Sabar dulu. Udah blindnya main freak. Enggak ada, dia nggak beli ban ya. Kita beli tadi. Nggak tahu lah. Pokoknya kecepetan dah. Ada ban nggak? Ada ban map tapi ban map. Nge-ban map. Tadi yang di ban itu map sunset sama apa satu lagi, gue lupa ya. Sunset sama apa ya satu lagi, gue lupa ya. Oh, sama Icebox ya. Jadi PRS nge-ban Icebox, Genji nge-ban Sunset. Gimana nih kesehatan pistol round nih? Tapi emang Genji itu paling terkenal dengan pistol round mereka sih guys. Dia chance winning pistol round itu kayak 60%. Kalau PRS masih 50-50. Kalau misal tadi gue baca stat ya.
At least get that ult orb. I like the timing of it. But that's all they'll get, quite frankly. Haven't been as successful
Ayo
as
main post plan
Gen G
dong.
on these Thrifty,
Retake
so
5 orang. Ayo
not gonna hold
5
my breath
retake.
too
Come on.
much on this one.
You say that, I'm thinking about yesterday. On a set.
Hey. Oh. Genji juga mode hemat lagi. Meter cuma megang sheriff katanya tuh. Semi buying sih dia sih. Si Genji tuh ronde ini.
Yeah, considering the circumstances, you know, HaperX, you did what you could. Got a couple extra ult points. That's all you were going to get, especially coming out of that choke point over by Baby Door.
Yeah, nice try, PRX. Tapi sekarang kalian harus bangun, PRX. Nggak bisa kalah terus. Ini udah kekejar nih 7 sama nih. Ayo, let's go. Make the gap more huge, my friend.
Has some impressive multi-kills on a lot of these maps. Some good acrobatics as well.
Hey! Karon pusing banget tuh. Di blind, di flash. Tapi nggak ada follow up sih saya. Oh, monyet nge-follow up. Oke, nice. PRX juga bisa. Oh, main freak nge-push semua dong. Agresifnya tim PRX langsung retreat. Karena udah dapat jumlah, udah dapat angka. Antara mau nge-troll apa gimana sih WK kurang tahu nih Brian. Cuma lu lihat deh. Untungnya PRX reset loh. Kalau nggak something ke retreat bahaya. Doang 2 juga gitu. Double gaming. Iya, foray. Ah, nice. Main skin sendirian. Udah di-expect sama something kayaknya nih. Yang play PRX ya begini defense, rasa attacking bejir emang iya coy. Cuma ini juga Byronnya si PRX sih, jadi yaudah lah ya. Kena spam, half HP. Waduh, nice banget. Lumayan lah ya. Masih ada 2 orang hidup, lumayan lah. Ya buat kalian guys yang di TikTok itu TikTok bos Naban, silahkan mampir ke YouTube dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator guys. Oh udah, mantap Eri aja. Evanescence juga ada jadi moderator Evanescence, kamu silahkan cek coba. Lu coba cek chat apa aja gitu di live chat. Lu jadi moderator udah. Yes sir, Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Cek, nah aman kan? Aman kan? Evanescence?
Instead of going for something like a bulldog.
9-13 ini. Oh, bisa jadi ya 9-13. Tadi gue 9-10 sih. Enggak. Tadi gue prediksi 13-10. 13-10. Anjay biru. Gokil Evanescence. Congrats. Kalau kalian mau jadi biru obeng kayak Evanescence, silakan guys ya mampir ke YouTube gue, Bos Naban ya guys ya. Ketik satu di live chat dan gue bakal nyanyi kalian, nama kalian jadi biru obeng. Kalian bisa nge-mute bocil-bocil kematian. Gampang jadinya. Gak usah ribet. Bisa kalian shutdown sendiri mereka bocil-bocil kematian. Seperti Karon men-shutdown Mind Freak. Unlucky banget Mind Freak. Udah bayar juga sih si Genji sebenarnya. 5 lawan 4. Main post plan. Berbahaya. Satu. Oh, enggak yang kedua. Sayang banget nggak bisa retract. Nggak bisa refrag. Harusnya bisa refrag nih. Awas, 2 orang something, 2 orang something, 1. Oh no. Itu lagi ke blind posisi Karon loh. What the hell? 13-10 for PRX lah. Sumpah, PRX nggak bisa main ini sampai map terakhir guys. Map terakhir tuh breeze soalnya, chaos banget. Jangan sampai PRX main di map terakhir udah. Kalau bisa dia udah harus menang 3-1. So as long as you're not all distracted by the same thing, you are usually going to win out on these fights. Very good post plan setup from Genji, and that'll draw the timeout, especially with that buy. Paper X doubling down on that 16th round. Now they'll have to take a bit of a breather. Oke, timeout guys, timeout. Ayo. Gimana nih PRX? Tadi Anda memimpin, sekarang Anda sudah sama skornya. Kalian dukung siapa aja deh, takut terungkat, anjir. Trauma ya, takut ini ya, takut dia apa namanya? Takut dijarah. Ayo Alex mulai, belum. Dia masih nahan. Belum parah soal kesalahannya PRX. Of course, I guess this one's going to be an eco, but outside of it, will be to try to really push out from one side, hold their defender spawn entry points with 2 people, and then go for the retake with something like the. Sabar dulu. Ini negara apa bang? Negara Indo kalau PRX, Genji negara Korea. Andika jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban ya Andika Permana. Kamel Ungu udah ya? Kalista Verse welcome to the stream. And then Karen, oh Munchkin juga bisa follow up, god damn it. Another kill by Munchkin, sangat berbahaya laki ya. Semuanya panas. Seolah-olah map control yang mau didapat oleh PRX malah ditumbangkan segera dengan Genji. Erable menjadi tempat sangat berdarah-darah menjadi Warzone. Dan PRX adalah tim yang ditumbangkan satu persatu. Enggak, Kalista, kamu coba cek di ini, VLR. Kamu coba cek VLR. Udah Indonesia namanya sekarang. Aku juga nggak tahu kenapa, tapi sekarang udah Indonesia. Kamu cek VLR, terus kamu type aja tuh PRX. Udah bukan Malaysia Singapura lagi, tapi udah Indonesia. Mungkin karena ada monyet kali ya jadi 3 orang Indo gitu ya. Nggak tahu sih gue juga. Iya serius. Cek aja Kalista. Karena jago banget anjir emang coy. Karena segitiga kematiannya Genji itu Karon, Meteor sama Texture. 2 Eco Fragger sisanya kayak Munchkin sama Lucky kalau misalnya bisa step up itu fix bakal menang sih. Karena PRX bakal kewalahan banget sih. Iya serius Kamel Ungu, lu bisa cek aja ntar VLR, Paper Rex itu. Ntar gua show deh kalau misalnya abis ini deh. Abis ronde ini gua kasih lihat deh, oke? Kalau misalnya kalian males ngecek gitu, ntar gua yang cekin. Kan? Nah lo dapet 2. Tekstur juga dapet 1 tapi aduh. Davai yuk, come on. Davai main per second, come on. 3 lawan 1, enak. 9 akhirnya. Enak kalau kayak gini. Nih coba Valor ya. Sambil ini kan sambil nunggu ya, masih lama ya. Kalista jangan lupa di follow ya, dan juga di subscribe YouTube Bos Naban, oke? Follow dan subscribe YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban guys. Karena giveaway menunggu kalian. Syaratnya adalah kalian harus follow sosmed gue. Termasuk Instagram. Kalau misalnya kalian nggak apa-apa. Mana sih kok gue nggak bisa share? Nge-lag banget coy. Masih loading, ntar aja. Nanti aja ya, kok nggak cek sendiri, males. Wow, what the hell?
Texture. As Rhea just finds the elimination. I cannot believe my eyes. Something now.
Nanti aja bang show-nya, ya nanti aja ya, lagi seru ya. Ini pakai Odin nih. Pakai Odin nih ngide banget nih. Aduh. Gue ngerti maksudnya dia pakai Odin tuh kayak buat biar nggak di-push tuh di bagian rubble ya. Sama bisa ngewallin bagian lobby, cuma bloody banget gitu loh. Masalahnya kesehatan sama tekstur panas banget jir. Triple kill loh. Ini juga 4 second nge-wall bang. Di angle udah sangat expect. What? Tekstur? Are you okay? Ya ini timer terakhir yang diambil oleh PRX ya guys ya. Wah ini coach solo. Weh, udah begini-gini. Alex udah begini-begini guys. Apakah meja akan menjadi tumbalnya nanti? Apakah meja akan baik-baik saja? Udah begini-gini dia. Nah mulai. Tuh, gak boleh. Gitu, terus ke meja. Tiba-tiba kebelah mejanya gitu. Anjir. Overtime PRX vs T1 kemarin seru sih. Iya, pas di map pertama ya. Mantap. Itu yang nonton TikTok sini tuh, diajak carry aja tuh, sini. Coach Alex dengan hoodie birunya, betul banget. Kalista, kamu jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube dan TikTok Bos Naban ya. Berlaku buat kamu juga FRRQ. Hai Olel, welcome to stream. Ayo rusakin kok Alex mejanya, buset. Malah mendukung dia pergerakan perusakan. Oke, let's go. Moni M-nya kurang. Moni saha Moni saha Nggak ada. Tekstur panas coy. Menurut tadi anjir kacau banget. Tapi paling nggak ini map ketiga bisa ngasih perlawanan sengit lah ya PRX. Kalau di jasa map 5 dia udah menangin yuk PRX yuk. Meskipun overtime nggak apa-apa, yang penting lu menang dapat 2 points gitu. Aman bro, keren kamu Kalista verse. Oh something, dapetin momen meteor tukang lurker. Enak banget. Malah ke B-side nih. Ke B-side kah? Rotate kah? Oh malah PRX yang fast rotate cuy. Langsung cover bagian B-side nggak tuh? Oh ke A, enggak, ke B. Oh ke A, oke. Genji ke A. For second langsung nyari info kayak langsung dari stairs. Rubble-nya udah clear. For second juga ada low HP sebenarnya, tapi udahlah. 3-4, masih 3 lawan 4 sih. Mancin juga low HP, harusnya masih possible. Buat retake spike sama side ya. Main free kemana? Aduh ada potentials. Tapi untungnya jauh. Aduh monyet cuma dapat 1. Nggak cuan banget monyet. Monyet tuh kayak pasukan kamikaze deh. Ngebom udah langsung mati. Nice try. Bang aku udah subscribe pakai 4 akun. Keren kamu Muafar. Kamu aku jadi moderator meskipun kamu nggak ketik 1 di live chat itu Bos Naban. Karena kamu sangat-sangat the best. Niat banget coy anjir. Ya buat kalian yang masih di TikTok silahkan pindah ke YouTube Bos Naban. Dan ketik satu di live chat dan nama kalian bakal jadi biru obeng kayak Eri aja, kayak Vanessa, kayak Fitzal Rahman. Semudah itu guys jadi moderator gue di YouTube. Dan gue bakal nyiapin giveaway buat kalian karena gue udah sampai 1000 subscribers. Itu adalah hajat buat gue ke kalian. Anjay. Abang sokongnya mana? Sokongnya apa sokong? Sun Gokong. Halo bang, halo Muhammad Tahrim Syarif, welcome to the stream. Yo masih winnable, yo 11-9 belum match point, ayo. Udah kamu jadi moderator move far. Dukung bang itu, iya harus menang nih PRX nih, come on. Byron kan PRX, masih bisa menang ini, masih possible banget buat menang. Cuma please, gunfight-nya menang, please. Texture harus di shutdown, sumpah. Karena masalah kalian tuh di texture doang dari tadi. Yang dapat multiple kills, texture doang soalnya. Ya Karon mungkin beberapa, tapi tekstur yang paling powerhouse lah istilahnya. Jadi lu harus dapetin tekstur dulu kalau bisa. Kalau enggak, lu harus 1 lawan 3 lawan tekstur deh. Ngepick barang triple pick gitu. Stopper dibuka tapi untungnya kena trapwire. Karena nggak dihancurin dulu. Itu trapwire yang sengaja buat settle guys. Pasangnya di atas nggak tuh? Dia masangnya di atas gitu kabelnya tuh. Gokil juga sih. Halo Bakin, welcome to the stream. 3 lawan 4, 3 lawan 3. Oh no! Why? 4 second, why? Why Davai? Something, left alone, 1 kill. Heal dulu. Come on. Lucky low HP kok, bisa kok. Yuk. Lucky low HP yuk, bisa yuk. Dicicil. Oh shit. Wah, masuk semua pelurunya anjir. 21 peluru loh. 21 HP loh. Wah, ini mah. Ya, overthinking dia. Oh no, match point. Dan sekarang PRS harus saving. Dia harus eco, harus force buy sih. Aduh, nggak ada budget. PRS nggak ada budget. Danzo Gaming jadi moderator. Thank you Danzo atas supportnya Danzo. Waduh, gimana nih? Masa map 4 coy? PRS tim Indo kah bang? Iya tim Indo dia. Indo campur Rusia campur Malay. What? Let's go. Oh no! Paling nggak 2 lawan 1 please, 2 lawan 1. No more mistakes. Masih galau HP. Bisa yuk. Ya masih ada ini, nggak ada apa-apa sih sebenarnya. Tapi kalau misalnya dia gosip palingnya masih ada spy cam. Oke, info masuk, bisa landing. Ayo, ingat, no mistakes. Ini udah match point. Kalau bisa, dua-duanya hidup please. Karena kalau misal satu yang hidup, rungkat ekonomi. Kak, satu, oke. KA jadi moderator. Thank you. Nice banget main free. Oke. Karena masih ada smoker, jadi dia bisa nge-tap defuse. Enak sih, enak banget. Ini KA udah gue jadiin ini ya moderator ya. Kamu bisa cek sendiri. Sticking it and then goes for the spray first, gives the chance for Mind Freak to pop out as Munchkin is distracted trying to fire back against the Tracers. Small things like that really make the difference. Live-nya di mana bang? YouTube Bos Naban. Gue double stream. OT, overtime. Iya, come on, overtime yuk. Tapi laki ada Odin. Ya bodo amat sih Odin doang. Let's go, winnable. Come on. PRX yuk, 13 yuk. 12 yuk. 12 yuk. OT. But that's all of Rubble cleared, A main cleared. I mean, you could just leave one person holding here and you have the entire map figured out.
Here. For now, especially considering you have the trap wire still set up. They'll push it towards B now. PaperX expecting that this is just going to be a pile into the site.
Oh, this is good from Gen G, though. Before the 1 minute mark, they're going to reclaim some control. They heard the footsteps, it sounds like. Munchkin making that call immediately. No, they know
Prowler to check.
Urutin tim kuat untuk sekarang dong bang. PRX 1, 2, Genji 3, DRX kayaknya. Keempat, T1.
Now taken away from them, but if Gen G gets to the side, they still do have that hit that Munchkin can invest.
Waduh. Oke. Aduh, udah Viper speed lagi. Plantingnya for 3 sih. Ada alat apa ya? Kita ada ulti apa ya? Oh, ada Seekers. Enggak ada lagi. Ada Joy Shadow paling enggak. Oh, nice, dibuka pintunya, something double kill. Wow! Wow! Nice Davai! Woo! Nice Davai! Woo! Woo! Overtime. Let's go. Overtime. Tapi di Ranji Demon kayak kurang ya? Iya, kok Demon One jadi baik dah. Maksudnya Demon One di energi jadi baik anjir. Crazy jadi moderator. Oke, thank you Crazy. Let's go. Overtime nih, let's go. Ayo time out yuk. Nah, sambil time out guys, buat kalian yang lagi nonton TikTok Bos Naban, silakan pindah ke YouTube Bos Naban dan ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban dan gue bakal jadi kalian moderator. Nama kalian bakal jadi Biru Obeng kayak gini guys nih, kayak Fizal Rahman, kayak Mufari, kayak Vanesen, semuanya itu guys. Aspas pindah dari lot ya, Aspas pindah. Aspas pindah dia pindah ke ini, ke Leviathan. Di mana kan rata di energi, iya coy. Energi tapi menang kok, kemarin lawan Cloud9 menang kok dia. Cuma yang jadi pembedanya adalah dia tuh nggak barengan sama Ethan gitu. Kan kalau dulu kan Ethan sama Demon selalu barengan gitu atas batas bawah. Kalau sekarang enggak gitu. Tapi lucunya jadi baik aja gitu, Demon One jadi nggak toxic, jadi lebih behave sih. Beda pasti di G, nggak tahu kenapa ya. Kemarin DRX cuy, DRX tim quad anjir. Yang lawan Genji. Itu juara bertahan tahun 2022 sih. DRX. Tapi udahlah, udah kalah sama Genji. Jadi Genji itu top tim di Korea harusnya.
Mind Freak, they're actually inching their way forward. Paranoia gonna be sent in, but Munchkin not gonna be caught by it. Ends up finding the kill.
Ya, pengen di closing nih kayaknya sama Genji nih.
Ready to roll through. 1 more second remaining. They managed to back out. No one's gonna be detained here. How smoothly can they try?
Oke, Mover, keren, kamu keren. Nano sambil nyetir. Flanzen jadi moderator. Keren kamu Flanzen. Karena comeback kemarin pada lawannya menang. Ayo jangan sampai yuk. Come on monyet, aduh monyet. Yo bisa. Ah, Karon. 2 lawan 4 lagi. Ah, nggak bisa. Ternyata belum rezeki guys. 13-11. No. Sakit banget asli, aduh. Karon yang step up di ronde terakhir. Karon yang step up di ronde terakhir. Enak banget dia, udah nge-spray. Semua karena lockdown. Dan di season masuk ke bisa itu bener banget. Garuk-garuk tuh, Jason tuh, gatel. Garuk-garuk dia. Aduh, dimarahin ko Alex lagi nih gitu katanya. Masih kenapa Belan tetap bisa HS, heran ya coy. Itu hoki juga sih si Maskin coy. Berapa? 13-11 menang Genji. Aduh, Genji bisa juara nih.
What a game. What a series. Genji comes back on Lotus, proving themselves in this rematch on this particular map against PaperX.
Ya, gue pengen cek YouTube dulu, gue pengen rewind.
time, tapi ternyata Genji yang menutup dengan
akan Nightfall from the Shadows.
Iya, ini mereka kebiasaan kan.
Pemain Paprex
Tuh kan, lockdown dibuka.
aja bakal coba dihancurin. Ya ampun.
Munchkin masih bisa something loh. Iya, ini like kebelan anjir. Si Munchkin hoki banget.
Akibatnya Genji akan mendapati side B kosong melompong. Di combo pula dengan Nightfall.
Ini gue berharap Monyet bisa dapat kill loh di sini loh. Seharusnya ya.
Bertahan.
Tapi di pick sama 3 angle loh, Monyet. Gila. 2. Tadi 3, sekarang 2.
2v2 dari arah Hobbit.
Oke, flash. Satu dapat, satu lagi dong Monyet. Harusnya kan satu lagi kan? Oh, nggak video situ. Aduh. Ada Karon. Karon juga posisinya enak banget, dapat 2 nggak tuh Karon. Ya otomatis Mindfreak sama Davai udah ke reveal posisinya gitu. Udah nggak ada blind juga soalnya si Mindfreak. Genji lah, aduh Genji. Nah ini Paprex guys, ini Paprex BTW. Paprex tuh Indonesia kan? Indonesia nih, Paprex nih. Udah Indonesia nih. Bukan SG Malaya lagi nih BT. Mana tadi si siapa namanya? Tadi tuh yang ngomong si Kalista. Mana Kalista? Nih Kalista udah Indonesia nih. Gue zoom nih, tuh. Paprex Indonesia. Cuma nggak tahu sih beneran atau enggak ya. Padahal PRX tuh first kill selalu dapat loh dia. Cuma thread-nya ini gara-gara Munchkin sama apa? Munchkin step up sih, ini gara-gara Munchkin step up sih. Jadi powerhouse-nya nggak cuma di tekstur, nggak cuma di meteor, nggak cuma di Karon, tapi ada di Munchkin juga. Geng kemana bang? Geng lagi wamil. Di Lotus tadi map pick-nya Genji guys, map pick-nya Genji. Gue berharap banget kayak map pick-nya ini Lotus mereka menang gitu PRX. Jadi pas map keempat udah di closing, jadi menang 3-1. Tapi kayak susah. Karena kenapa? Map kelimanya ini adalah Breeze guys. Breeze ini yang pernah chaotic banget PRX main di Breeze. Dia acak-acak sama Genji waktu itu pas masih di group stage ya. Tapi gue berharap mereka belajar aja lah, udah telanjur aja. Udah telanjur map kelima nih harus nih. Sunset di ban, sorry. Jadi yang di ban itu Sunset. Yang nge-ban Sunset adalah tim Genji. Dan PRX dia nge-ban map ini. Apa namanya? Apa namanya? Genji tuh nge-ban Sunset. PRX nge-ban Icebox. Nah gitu guys. Iya Icebox bener. Ban, orang yang matanya minus kalau mimpi burem gak? Waduh, kurang tahu gue. Gue mimpi gak bisa ngeliat muka sih, aneh gak sih? Gue kalau mimpi gak bisa ngeliat muka orang sih. Risor Rebus, Perkival, Deriki, sama Shiho. Jangan lupa follow dan subscribe YouTube Bos Naban dan juga TikTok Bos Naban. Karena gue bakal bagi-bagi giveaway gitu guys. Dan buat kalian yang mau jadi moderator YouTube gue, kayak Mufar, Alvin Fitrah yang warnanya biru-biru obeng kayak gini, tinggal mampir aja ke YouTube gue, ketik satu di live chat dan gue bakal jadi moderator. Gue bakal jadikan moderator YouTube gue, gitu guys. Thank you sir. Aman Percival, aman. Mampir ke YouTube juga guys, subscribe YouTube gue guys. Kalau misalnya mau jadi moderator gue di YouTube, silahkan ketik satu di live chat YouTube Bos Naban, oke? Nama kalian kayak gini nih, kayak Devan, kayak Alvin tuh. Mufar, biru obeng. Gue bakal break dulu sebentar guys. Sambil nunggu map keempat ya guys ya. Gue bakal off screen dulu sama mute mic-nya sebentar. Tapi kan masih bisa enjoy komentatornya ngomong apa. Alright.
But even if he dies, he gets information for the rest of the team to respond quickly. So when it comes down to it, drawing the comparisons now between two key players, it's Mindfreak and Munchkin, who Munchkin stepped up on this map. I mean, the Viper Spit timings, the way that he positions himself, and Mindfreak, although he definitely tries in some of these like clutch situations, it's not the most successful. It's a different map.
We haven't seen him be what we're kind of used to with Mindfreak in some ways. And he's usually a pretty good big game player. Like he's a guy who steps up multiple times. Like the casters were talking about earlier at Copenhagen, you know, he was one of those players where everybody was like, "Whoa, this guy's amazing." He's up and down sometimes, but he's been generally pretty consistent. I think this is more of a team thing right now. I feel like the cohesion's not quite there. Like the Paper X style just doesn't seem to quite be where it used to be in terms of that speed and that tenacity. Like you see it occasionally, round to round. But overall, like, teams are able to handle it, and Genji in particular seems really good at anticipating the pressure. Munchkin's really good on First Bloods again. He's like 3-2 on this map, so he's still able to like kind of do his thing. The last thing I want to say is, like, in terms of other controllers, is Karon, who was so good at like covering angles, holding flank angles, making sure that his teammates were covered. There's that one time at Baby Door where I'm just like watching Munchkin, and he's not even watching. Like, he knows there's a player coming. Like, there was util coming, and Karon's holding the other angle after winning a fight in tree, so he's really aware.
He knows he can trust in his teammate. That's the thing, you know. Karon is able to find so many of these impactful frags, and the feeling is just security. And I think that one of the things is that also PaperX is now, they're so used to just kind of like aim dueling and really getting these confident big swings against their opponents. Very overwhelming stuff, especially with some of the chaotic utility that they throw into the game. But on a map like Lotus, especially a site like A site, for example, with the changes coming in, you know, you gotta really think about your routes. Tree is now like blocked off so much, and it's very difficult for some of these PaperX players to come in with these big swings and big plays.
Now we're going to recap a little bit what's happened so far. We are going deep into the series, and I really think we're going to see Breeze again between these two teams, which I'm very excited for. And I think you guys make a really good point. Earlier we were talking a bit about our predictions and Gen G. I've said this a couple of times. While I really believe in them as much as Paper Thin does, I thought they would have needed more time to really pull together and see, you know, their top form. But maybe it's actually Paper Rex. They have amazing creative plays. You can see them cooking constantly with their ideas, with their team comms, but maybe you guys are right. Maybe they need actually more time to adjust to this new style with Banyak in the loop, because Geng is one of a kind.
Yes.
There is no other Geng in this world.
There's no other Banyak.
And there is, but Banyak too is fantastic. So the thing is, a lot of their plays in the past was circled around Jing's particular play style. So they just need to figure it out again. But that said, they are not a pushover.
No, absolutely not. Like, if you think PaperX is out of this, you are wrong. Like, there is no way in hell that I think they're just going to go out with a whimper here on Bind. I would expect them, we have no idea what they're going to play. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is, I can foresee a whole bunch of futures on this Bind map, and I don't think I'm going to be right about any of them. Like, I could see something like your Reyna here, things like that could come through for them. I don't think Gen G is going to change a damn thing. Like, there's no way. They haven't shown that they're willing to adapt. You know, we saw it on Split earlier. So certainly on this map, Gen G is going to run what they normally run. What the heck is PaperX going to do? Nobody knows. Gen G doesn't know. Like, only Coach Alex knows. Like, he's the only one.
Haven't seen it since Chaps.
You can literally do a roulette of the agents.
Just like,
and then that's like
throw out a
paper
dart
top.
for it. That's the
Like,
agent
really?
I want.
In the tail of the donkey. Just like,
Yeah. It'd be 5 duelists. Honestly, and we would be like, oh, okay, cool. PaperX is doing crazy things again.
Deadlock, let's go. ISO, you were kind of up there.
I think this is a map for ISO. I think if there's ever a time that you're going to pull ISO out, I think it's a really good opportunity. I've seen some teams do this on Bind where they really isolate like the Sky player over at the long B side, and you can really punish them with some of the deadlock utility, particularly the ultimate, when you can just take them out of the route. And that makes it so much easier to get into that B site, get the plant down, and utilize the natural advantages you have as an attacker post-plant on B site.
Do you think ISO would need to be paired up with another duelist, though? Or do you think he's like
well,
pretty
it's
good
PaperX, so
as
they will, but...
That's very true. Now, let's talk about the first and the second map. That second map on Split was very dominant by PaperX. How do we think, like, yeah, we don't know what they're going to do with their comp now, but judging by how these first 3 maps have played out.
Judging by how the first 3 maps played out, I mean, first of all, you got to talk about Ascent and how much Gen G adjusted. You know, they had a really aggressive texture. Karon, of course, still doing Karon things. But then that support coming in from a player like Munchkin, for example, the flash and dash that texture pulls off is all thanks to Munchkin's support. And they really knew how to aggressively take down PaperX, you know, fighting fire with fire, although they started out on defense. And I think that was one of the things that carried them over at the edge. And then once they swapped over onto attack, you know, they started to lurk. So Gen G shows a lot of flexibility. I think that's one of the biggest things because they always adapt, they always change things up, and they have these like anti-execute, you know, positional plays when they start out on defense. We saw a bit of that on Lotus as well. Split was just a bit different because PaperX does PaperX things. You got that triple duelist of all things How do you adjust to that?
Yeah, I actually want to talk about Bind yesterday. You were here yesterday, right?
I think so.
I've lost track.
Yeah. Was
You're casting yesterday with
I was,
the TRX game.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was so intense because it felt like DRX kind of just had it done. Like, you know, Buzz was doing his thing on Yoru. Everything seemed to be going well. Flashback was having some good moments. Stax had a few good moments even. Everything seemed to be kind of going the normal DRX way. And then all of a sudden, like you talked about earlier, Vic, like it's that one moment, that one clutch. I think it was Karon, right? Who had that one clutch. And then all of a sudden, all the momentum was gone for DRX. All their mentality seemed to just kind of leave them. Mako started kind of visibly having a hard time at his desk. And that completely shook them. And from there, it was just, you know, Genji has shown, again, tremendous mental resilience. That's my biggest takeaway from them so far, is that even though this is, you know what's fascinating to me is this is a team with players who have kind of a reputation of maybe being tiltable, but it hasn't shown so far this year.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Actually,
we did see, like, Texture start to, like...
Well, he's,
not crying,
he is the one I'm talking about. He's a
yeah.
little bit tiltable.
Yeah. Well, he looked a little upset, especially when his ace was taken away from him, but not fully tilted yet. But maybe this is why their off-cam chemistry is really important, the support that they have for each other. And, you know, when you have a tiltable player like Texture, when you have a support, like a team that's supporting you like this, maybe that's the missing piece. And we were talking about Munchkin. Munchkin was absolutely crucial. What I really liked in the last map is he started using his util again.
Yay! I was calling for it. Like, sometimes, I don't know what has gotten into some of our Viper players in Pacific this year where they're just not willing to use their Viper's Pit. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on, if they're just forgetting about it, if it's just so intense, they're just kind of like getting lost in the moment or something like that. But all right, here we go. The comps. Okay, Yoru, Raze, Gecko, Fate. This is basically like
what we saw with DRX.
Yeah, similar to what DRX does, but not quite the same. It's so
well,
like
there's
obviously
second
the
duels
Raze.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
True. So second duelist in the form of Banyak. Forsaken is Yoru, a little bit different from Buzz Yoru perhaps. But then again, you got to look at that double initiator. Devi on the fade and something on the Gecko again.
This is so funny. We were just talking about the difference between the regions and how some seem to be more Sentinel heavy, and clearly here at Pacific,
we don't believe that.
Especially Paper X. Look at them. They're just like, I don't want to use Sentinel.
I mean, they're the team that makes the most sense for them. Like, it's like they don't really play like they need one anyway, so whatever.
All right, we are going to go into our fourth map, Bind, and we know this is going to be a hot one. Let's go back to our casters, Achilleos and William.
Thank you very much. Here we go. Bind for map number 4. We'll load up and see if Paper Rex can rally back on yet another one of their map picks. Extend this, or if this is going to be Genji walking away with a 3-1 scoreline, become champions here at kickoff.
Oh, that would be one heck of a storyline. What a bounce back for Genji as a team and all these players individually. But my eyes for now on this Bind is onto that Paper Rex having just one controller. This is something that a lot of us talked about being such a weakness of the composition that Global Esports brought out at the very beginning of this tournament, saying, how are you going to play this map with a singular controller of Brimstone? Paper Rex says, well, we have our own ideas, this time putting in that Yoru alongside. So it's really feels like triple initiator alongside the Raze. Now just, it's going to be a huge fight here for Shower's control.
Texture will find something. Does take down the enemy Raze as TP's now coming in around the back with Meteor holding in that cyber cage. Able to find one, toggles over onto the camp. Dart going through.
Info score. So far 2-1 menang Genji.
Something. The last one standing. Put some damage into Munchkins. Turns his sights back over to Showers, but Munchkin just re-aggro swings. Takes him down. Genji with the first pistol here on Bind.
And it starts to feel like the fans feel that they're close, that we're close to bringing that title back to Korea, but Paper Rex, they're no strangers to this. Had to play in front of a massive crowd last year against TRX at the Junction Stadium.
Cuma bisa race.
Finals.
Nggak juga dia pakai omen kok kalau di ini. Dia kalau di apa namanya kalau di breeze pakai omen jir.
But of course Texture feeling it too. They're one step away. Just a sheriff for Devi. Hasn't had as much of a blow-up performance as we're used to seeing from him.
Oh, one yet.
Greedy Orb.
wanting to get this. And TP coming in to try to bail him out. Munchkin just
wait.
one taps Forsaken as soon as the door is open. Good lord.
Good lord.
Something trying to hold here for the orb. Will be able to get Lakia. Nice reply fire from him. As Mindfreak and Defy going on a bit of a push forward here. Karan hanging very well back. Spots one, takes him down, saw the other. He's gonna re-swing aggressively, but Mindfreak does punish him for that. Weapon can be recovered. Site taken, Texture not looking to try to guard things, needs to bring the spike forward.
Yeah, considering that only we had 3 people buying up from Gen G, this could actually be a bit of trouble and a lot more damage that PaperX could do. Now, of course, that does mean Gen G can also buy up to match in the next round. But right now, Mindfreak has a good opportunity alongside something.
Launching smoke. On the trap wire, something still making his way over. And the setup, Texture looking to take those hopes and dreams away. Your Munchkin can also rotate over and try to grab that Bulldog. Here at the end of the round is something hearing. Toggle on the camera.
Harus menang sih, ya.
It's a trigger there and Meteor
Aduh, masa
swings
dibanya
out
malah
behind the box.
diacak-acak anjir.
Catching him in the back.
Janji kuat sih, parah coy.
Those 2 players, but widely, you know, some of the weapons recovered here. It's 2-0 start for them on Bind.
Yeah, great start. And a good read, too, that it could be the split just to try to take away more weapons. You know, having that Cypher utility set up across all the different ways that they could get taken out here on the retake.
What the hell?
Wow. And just keeping calm, they know they're close, don't want to overheat just yet.
Gak make sense anjir MSI Meteor.
They haven't won it till the very end.
Itu tin angle loh guys. Angle setipis itu masih bisa loh dia loh. Tidak make sense guys, tidak make sense.
Staying tucked for the time being.
Yeah, we're seeing this a lot with the teams that are experimenting with the Yoru that, again, with the Sky gone, you know, not able to just constantly cycle through utility to check B long, you have to kind of invest 2 people there alongside the flashes. Now they've been pushed back.
What?
Aduh, Meteor dapetin Davai lagi. Tapi Davai agak menurun sih performanya guys. Di game ini sama Genji dari map 1. Beda pas dia main di group stage sama semifinal. Oh no, wow, oke, Genji. Lumayan, something. 2v3 lagi ya.
Sent forward, Bali out from something, will be able to find the elimination, but now it's all on Banyak. Meteor so low.
Ayo, come on Monyet. Winnable.
Now the heals come in.
You have to save. You don't have anything to work with, and you're already going to be down 3-0. And not the start that PaperX
Genji
was
kuat
looking
banget anjir,
for.
gua nggak ngerti lagi deh.
Combined. Haven't shown it this year.
Rising Star anjir mereka.
They've been known to be the leaders of the Yoru compositions on Bind. Really brought it forth for the entire world to see last year.
Just going to say tucked right alongside this trap wire. Doesn't want to give them any inkling in case they come for the hunt.
Ketawa-tawa lagi Monyet. Ketawa-tawa. Senyum-senyum si Monyet. Tawa-tawa, bisa-bisa dia senyum-senyum aja si Monyet. Bisa-bisa ya anjir.
Did use to, I believe, onto that site, but not taking any chances for Gen G.
Yeah, and that's a big one because I mean, Lakia went into that with just the ghost in hand, carries over one of those rifles, so it's only 1 weapon lost.
Kalau masih ada Geng masih bisa lah. Gue menunggu Monyet buat step up juga sebenarnya nih. Kapan tapi dia mau step up?
Activated that first neural theft already. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, just going through the comms as well. It seems like that's what they talked about during this break, just saying, don't get overly excited. Let's just win and then celebrate. And they're only 10 rounds away.
Oh, Banyak looking to up the pace, trying to catch somebody off guard there with that carryover rifle. Successfully backed away though is Gen G. Now turning their sights once more over towards the B side.
Yuk, come on. Dikasih soundboard itu. Dikasih soundboard. Anjir, bisa-bisa ada soundboard. Dikasih soundboard sama Alex ya. Suara gebrak meja gitu ya. Ini nasib lu nih kalau misalnya lu main gak bener gitu ya. Anjing. Kalau masih ada Geng masih bisa ini udah komen lama. Ayo, come on. Ayo. Deg-degan anjir, aduh. Kacau. Ya, Monyet lagi di sendirian. Monyet lagi di sen sendirian.
Doesn't have the money built up. He's gonna have to be the one that
Kenapa ya?
So far, obviously, 2 rounds with
Kayaknya lebih bagus meta Champions tahun lalu nggak sih?
What we're really seeing here is Genji aware
Yang
that that's
Forsaken tuh bawa Harbor Divine. Itu enak banget buat main retake ya, sumpah. Ya nggak sih guys, yang Forsaken main Harbor ingat nggak sih, lupa pada? Dapat ace apa dia? Level 4K gitu, lupa. Soalnya rekeningnya ngebantu banget.
Worst case comes if the TP comes through. Meteor's ready for it. He's watching for that teleport, for that showers control, so he's not giving it up for free.
Kalau sekarang susah nih retake nih. Berharapnya dari, ya mungkin ada. Ingat yang rusuh itu, ya rusuh banget Kalista first. Rusuh banget itu side-nya. Util semua.
Dangerous.
Ya, berbahaya sekali guys. Berbahaya sekali guys untuk Paper X ya. Betul Kalista, kamu belum follow aku ya Kalista. Jangan lupa di follow Kalista ya. Let's go Alex. Udah gini-gini gak jadi dia. Thank you Odin atas like-nya Odin. Let's go. Itu mouse sama keyboardnya bawa sendiri ya? Nggak tahu dah. Kayaknya sih ya. Senyamannya mereka. Tapi kalau monitor masa bawa sendiri aja. Monitor sponsor. Genjen info score 2-1. Menang Genji.
After Alex's intervention, operator does come through. Put into the hands of something now, which I don't have the updated stats right now, but coming into this map, even being down in the series and having Genji be at match point, something's impact has been impeccable.
Yes.
Tied for top fragging alongside Karon.
Kasih tahu taringmu. Davai belum server Davai.
First kills, first deaths.
Jeez.
The start of the value
ya, Genji menang 2-1. Aduh. Red lagi. Aduh, Santing. Kok jadi kering-kering gitu ya mainnya ya, PRX ya? Jadi kering-kering gitu loh. Dizzy bisa nggak sih, tapi harusnya di Dizzy dulu gitu.
Tell him, Hank, this is how it feels. We scoped it and instantly don't. Mind Freak, however.
Nice banget Mind Freak. Nice banget Mind Freak. Nice banget monyet. Tapi Mind Freak sih ini, berkat Mind Freak sih ini. Keren, nice banget. OTW healing kah? Tapi paling nggak mereka udah ada tiket ke ini Madrid sebenarnya. Gak lucu sih kalau Perez kalah, iya coy, juara coy. Singa Pasifik masa kalah sama Genji anjir. Yang kemarin bahkan LCQ aja kalah lawan Zeta. Sumpah tekstur mengubah permainan banget dah. Tekstur ini langsung on fire semua anjir. Iya tetap perlakuan napak, tapi tetap aja coy. Masa Raja Pasifik jadi dipegang oleh Genji gitu. Oh langsung pakai ulti, pinter. Untungnya dia main Devangle, oke. Nice banget Forsaken. Oh Davai juga oke, bisa follow up. Oh Forsaken lagi. Oh nggak bisa yang ketiga karena Munchkin bisa nge-trade. Namun sekarang posisi masih diuntung oleh tim PRX nampaknya. 3 melawan 2. Meskipun Davai sangat-sangat low HP. Monyet sih gimana sih? Monyet lagi anjir. Itu anak kecil coy. Aduh.
PaperX is playing this safe, and I don't mind that, but that could be what gives Genji this opportunity. They have all the time to explore the entire site and figure out a different exit.
Oh, let's go Mind Freak.
To just go on a walkabout. Rotated around.
Munchkin sambil makan permen karet anjir. Lihat dah, sambil ngunyah anjir si Munchkin sambil ngunyah anjir. Bisa harus sambil ngunyah gitu ya. Gue ngeliat camnya sambil kok dia ngunyah permen karet anjir.
Barely bringing them
Nonton
back
nggak
into this.
Egypt
Forsaken
gitu?
committing to
Nggak
the spray
nonton
was
gue.
good, and also the dimensional drift.
Gue nggak nonton,
just
gue
to make
Amerika.
sure they can't commit
Abis
the
ini
win
baru
and
gue
the orbital strike.
pengen nonton.
And the flash
Abis
as
ini.
well to try to trap
Cuma kayak
some of
besok
them
gue baru
with
mulai
that
nonton.
blind
Besok ada nggak sih
vision
matchnya besok?
within that Brimstone ultimate. I like the entire sequence of it. And it
Kan
eventually
Energy
leads
menang
to that
kemarin.
round win
Energy
that
menang
Paper Rex
lawan
so desperately
si
needed.
Nine
And
kan
I'm still, of
Energy.
course, in the hands of something as
Meskipun
well.
apa namanya? Demonmon jadi baik. Demonmon jadi baik.
Locked out, Lockya actually does
Besok
swing.
ini lawan Leviathan. Wah, seru nih.
Mark's by in there.
Lawan Aspas. Besok gue nonton kalau besok. Besok jam berapa dah?
Holding back to see if there's going to be another aggro push out from something with
Ya,
top.
Master Shanghai tahun ini. Tapi dia Masters kedua
But that does seem
setelah
to be the adjustment they made since that
Pacific
timeout. Not pushing
yang
entirely
kedua
out,
berarti.
not full W gaming, but they will force the hand a little bit. Make sure that these default setups for Genji
Pagi bos, jam
can
6.
stay the way
Besok,
they
jam
are.
6 besok.
Getting the read that Genji's playing this offense like a defense.
Lantar deh.
The classic Forsaken Yoru.
Blown out, jump peek. Not going to be spotting anything here.
Gue takut sepi aja sih kayak nonton sih.
Still trying to
Karena tim
really
luar
get a
kan.
read on what Genji's move
Orang
is
Indo
going to
mana
look
pengen
like.
nonton.
This does send Forsaken back over towards this A site. So 3-man stack there, but the operator still posted up
Jam 6,
something.
aduh.
They have to be ready for this.
Aduh,
There's
kok
no
nge-whiff
dog, leads
something?
away, texture off the back of it.
Something
Jack
gak
does
begini
get
coy. Something
shot
gue
through
kenal
it.
gak begini tahun lalu coy.
Managed to stay alive and lock it.
Something yang gue kenal gak begini tahun
Those
lalu.
heals out. Now another neural
Ada
flip,
apa
second
dengan
one from
something?
Meteor so far
Apakah
here
dia
in
yang
this
gak
game.
nyaman dengan main Gecko ya?
Going down.
30 seconds
It's going to
left.
be a little bit of a bait and switch attempt here with the
Kayaknya
teleporters,
paling
but
the best itu setupnya
yeah, still
PRS
hovering
adalah
nearby.
ketika bawa
Shot sent
apa
on that
Reina
entry,
something
comes
gitu
back
kan.
in towards Lamps.
Terus for second pakai Harbor.
No one there to back him up
Itu
just
the
yet.
best sih. Kalau kata gue.
Shot fly, but it's actually
Tapi
not yet
anything
finding a
bangsat
kill.
anything.
Caron gonna be taken down.
Oke.
Quick on that reply is
Tekstur
Meteor
lagi,
dancing
Lakia
around
main
top to
skin,
side of the cage as the kills
waduh,
come in.
ke stop, ke cut
Cleanup
semua
will be
pergerakan
there.
mereka.
Four members still standing.
Gak bisa dong,
Genji
ngambil mainnya, ngambil side-nya gak bisa dong.
Fifth round win.
Dicegat dari
That's a
City coy.
really well read
Gimana
round
nih?
and quick adjustment to Paper X.
Sisanya bebannya
As soon as Paper X
berat
starts
banget
suppressing
ya.
the initial default just a bit, Genji
Orang
just
baru
cuts all
dia.
audio, doesn't invest more util,
Belum
creeps
selesai
up
di
to the
Tatar
starting
kayaknya.
line, which this time is
Sama
a little
Alex
bit further
maksudnya.
behind,
Tatar
but it's
sama
going to
Alex.
be that entry point into B long. They want to suss out this operator. They get it correctly, and that's what you get when
Ini
you're not using
loh.
something like the Raze or the Jet. You just have no
Ini di
escape.
cut semua tuh.
And Munchkin following those Seekers, leading him to victory.
Hilang kontrol dari Lamps langsung bisa kemana-mana aja.
Wide peek from Texture, just looking to get swung out by hearing a decent amount of noise.
Gas live aja bang, oke. Lantar ya. Takutnya gue tiduran. Karena pagi banget, takutnya gue tiduran asli deh.
Forsaken, what a shot!
What a
Right
shot sih.
above the Trailblazer.
Yeah, finding Texture's head, taking him down, eats a bit of damage here.
Oh,
Spamming through the cyber cage, trying to find the shot. Lockya will be able to get
Hai Oki,
something.
welcome to stream.
As
Oh,
Forsaken still just trying to come up with a good
Karun panas main
kill.
freak set. Oh, monyet main freak Davai. That's my team. That's the team guys.
They will
That's the
shut
team.
down the attack.
Hampir jantungnya gue pas second tadi mati sama something jer. Itu masih ada monyet main freak sama Davai. Nah, monyet nih baru nyala nih. Ini baru namanya monyet nih. Cahaya nih. Baru namanya cahaya tuh.
Fake gate crash early on. It keeps him
Karya
tied up. Buys
karya
all the
Onyx
time.
dan
Back up to come.
Coach Severin
Showstopper.
pada masanya.
From Banyak.
Yeah.
Halo aku kembali. Halo Zara.
Finally getting a
Safira
little bit of
Zara,
that
welcome to
shining
the stream.
moment as
Welcome
that
back.
Raze, he's really been thrown into a couple islands here by Paper X. He's finding his footing and it's a push out
Yeah.
for Paper X.
Kalahnya Anarki tidak terlalu buruk bener kata kamu. Karena selain PRX, yang lainnya tuh kalah kayak 2-0 gitu loh. Kalau Anarki masih 2-1 gitu, masih ada perlawanan. Soalnya Anarki kalau misalnya ditaruh di grup B masih bisa masuk play-in. Makanya anjir, itu aneh banget. Kasihan Anarki. Group stage Selasa apa? Group stage Selasa main stage gitu, Selasa playoffs.
Finding three again, just 2 charges away from yet another
Kasian
neural
amat.
theft as Genji
Anarki
locking
emang.
6 rounds on this attacking half.
Now, again, looking at the competition, as crazy as single controller does sound for either side of Bind, you gotta imagine
Kita
that
film
all
up
the
yang rumah
potentials they
terbang
can throw
pakai
and
balon
execute
tahu-tahu.
benefits Paper X a
Ya
little
tahu
bit more for the
Rusli,
Jack
bukan
side.
Bruce Lee,
But all
Russell,
things considered,
Bruce Lee.
it does feel like Paper X is just not
Bruce
used
Lee
to
bangsat.
losing
Jadi
out on
lokal
these
dong.
trades. You know, they push out. They lose 2 people to 1. You've already invested a molly. You have to use
Rumahnya
just to buy time, but
rumah
after that, you have nothing to
rumah
play.
rumah
Genji
rumah
does
adat
not
kali ya
respect
yang
it.
terbangin ya.
They just
Kalau
push
Bruce Lee
through
ya,
from both
rumah adat
showers
ya.
and A short.
Gue dukung PRX sebenarnya. Makanya Bruce Lee jir. Safira aja sampai ketawa tuh.
Dart not found, but looks like Genji not looking to waste
Safira
any
Zahra.
time. Teleporter going to be instantly taken here. So Meteor
Kenapa
will
Bruce
be
Lee,
watching
anjing?
the back line.
Capek gue. Udah capek banget, Perez kalah nih. Ada jokes begitu, Bruce Lee lagi. Di-cut kan movementnya dari City, nggak dikasih masuk side. Mereka tuh kayak Perez ini kayak nggak akan bisa menang kalau misalnya mereka nggak ada ultimate gitu. Gitu aja. Kalau mereka nggak ada ultimate nggak bisa menang gitu. Kenapa ya? Tapi sekalinya ada ultimate yang dipakai itu pasti boros banget. Kayak nggak bisa satu, harus langsung 2, 3 gitu lah. Bruce Lee bang, bukan Bruce Lee. Ya Bruce Lee, gue ngomong Bruce Lee. Siapa ngomong Bruce Lee anjing? Gak ada yang ngomong Bruce Lee. Please kalah ini mah, aduh ente lah. Tapi nggak tahu guys, belum attacking guys. David masih berusaha exit frag nih sama something. Paling nggak dapat 5 lah Perez yuk. 5 yuk. BTW belum ngambil timeout ya si tim Perez ya. Kalau salah belum sih seingat gue. Nunggu gebrakan Alex. Bukan gebrakan pergerakan guys, tapi gebrakan meja. Aduh, warning lagi TikTok. Guys, yang di YouTube pindah ke YouTube. Guys, yang TikTok pindah ke YouTube. Karena kena warning terus guys, capek guys. Boleh nggak pindah YouTube guys? Gue jadi kalian moderator semua deh. Simpel aja caranya. Ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Dan nama kalian bakal jadi kayak begini nih, biru obeng kayak gini nih, kayak Safira Azara, kayak Geng, kayak Fitzal. Makanya mampir ke YouTube. Ketik 1 di live chat YouTube Bos Naban. Oke, tenang aja guys, gue udah siapin giveaway buat kalian nantinya dalam rangka 1000 subscribers gua. Thank you para tiktokers. Mampir ya ke YouTube. Thank you so much. Aduh dapat restriction lagi, males banget coy. Capek. Kenapa kena pelanggaran bang? Nggak tahu. Tembak-tembakan. Dikira teroris kali. Bukan, ini map keempat Safira. Tapi kalau misal kalah udah map terakhir buat PRX ini. Closing udah. Thank you Geng, kita bagi-bagi event ntar ya. Gue lagi ngomong sama pihak vouchernya soalnya. Siapa tuh bisa ngasih lebih banyak gitu. Lagi gue nego-negoin. Bentar ya. Tunggu aja guys ya. Hi Juan, welcome to stream Juan.
See what value it brings. I feel like sure you get some tricky kills now and then already in this match. He's done it before on split, but outside of the kills themselves,
Ayo dong, dapat 5 dong, Perez dong.
Amazing value for space as Genji's been fairly prepared for it.
Gate crash back over. Seiken joining in. Now they hear that Trailblazer coming, and that's going to be the rotation as well. Mind Freak looks to make his way over to the side. Texture just disrespecting the poison damage since the showstopper out at the fake, however.
Oke, Trace aktif, jadi something ya. Tuh kan dipakai kan sama ultimate kan. Harus banyak gitu ulti yang dipakai gitu buat trade. Buat apa? Buat nge-retrieve di side-nya gitu loh. 2 udah keluar, tapi Lucky masih bisa nge-trade. Oke, nice trade lagi by first second. 3 lawan 4. Come on first second, nice. 4 lawan 2. Tapi Karon ada line up sama Orbital Strike. Waduh, bete banget sih. Enggak, dia dalam. Oh, nice banget. Aman. Untung aja nggak main line up coy. Kalau karena main line up nyebelin banget sih. Tadi gue nyari Karon di mana? Ternyata dia masih dalam box ya. Oke, aman. Kalau dia main line up tuh udah ente. Sia-sia. Ternyata Karon juga belum ada ultimate sih, masih butuh 2 orb lagi ya. Dawas hampir aja. Split 1 udah pindah TikTok dari Bismillah moderator. Kamu pasti lah kamu jadi moderator. Yang pindah dari TikTok ke YouTube jadi moderator langsung lah. Ketik 1 aja di live chat YouTube Bos Naban guys. Gampang banget guys. Nanti gue bakal debut juga guys BTW di VCT split 1 ya guys ya. Doain aja. Semoga jadwalnya cocok. Semoga jadi gitu, semoga gak diundur-undur juga gitu.
Still have that dimensional drift as well. The Odin for the pressure.
Kamu juga aku subscribe nih. Siapa namanya? Zizi. Meskipun kamu belum ketik 1. Tes belum Flits, kamu belum Flits. Coba chat lagi Flits. Dawas juga. Coba Dawas. Klik 1 Dawas. Terus ada Faris juga ya. Oke. Ada Faris Gampil jadi moderator. Nice. Jadi kalau misalnya ada bocil kematian, kalian langsung mute aja guys. Gampang guys. Bang Lutfi salah, ante bukan Lutfi. Ante bukan Lutfi Halimawan. Aduh, malah dapat 8 poin lagi Genji. Wah, kenapa malah 8 dikasih 8 kan makin jauh jadinya. Aduh. Kesal itu loh. Karena ulti dipakai semua di ronde sebelum ini, ronde sebelum tadi. Boros banget gitu loh, kayak ngeri banget sama mekaniknya, sama aim-aimnya si Genji, si Perez, shaky banget. Kelihatan shaky banget. Jadi mereka harus keluarin 2 ultimate. Pas terakhir tuh, game yang sebelumnya yang terakhir banget ya, yang first half terakhir banget. Mereka jadi nggak ada ini kan, jadi nggak ada powerhouse gitu kan. Jadi nggak ada eksplosivitas gitu loh. Dan kebetulan dengan cara yang sama, di-cut langsung dari City. Nggak dikasih side ya mereka. Nggak dikasih mereka enter side ya. Di situ langsung di-cut mereka. Gimana ya? Dan itu udah berkali-kali terjadi gitu loh.
And they just haven't been able to do it. As soon as they face an opponent that they thought they should beat, and they were challenged, they've crumbled in the last leg of it.
Iya, kalau misalnya Genji menang di map keempat ini, Genji jadi juara. Kalau misalnya Genji menang di map keempat ini, berarti Genji secara official jadi juara. Jangan sampai lah, Perez dong. Perez ini udah pindah ke Indonesia, guys. Udah bukan SG Malaysia lagi, guys. Emang final, ini grand final. Comes, kamu kemana aja BTW? Makanya Comes, kamu kalau mau ngomong tinggal info, follow aja terus semua sosial media Bos Naban ya, TikTok, YouTube, dan juga Instagram, oke? Thank you. Ada Moncis, welcome to stream. Bio 5 baik banget, ini Bio 3, ini Bio 5 coy. Bio 5 coy, ini Bio 5. Tapi udah map keempat. Kalau misalnya map keempat menang Genji, udah Genji jadi juara.
Pixel out of place spotted. Mind Freak sending a warning shot. Now the forces of Paper X start gathering up, getting ready to attack the A site.
Keburu puasa. Kagak lah. Bentar doang. Odin di genggaman Jason, tidak seperti kemarin. Iya coy. ODGJ, Odin di genggaman Jason, keren juga ya. Bang, giveaway kapan bang? Gak sabar nih, anjas. Sabar ya, lagi ngomong sama pihak ini, pihak vouchernya. Semoga ditigain gak tuh? Di komit 3-3-nya gak tuh? Ya, main lineups nih. Oh, main freak. Beda kan masih ini first half guys, sorry guys. Aduh, for second, Meteor. Aduh, nggak cek corner, nggak cek kiri. Something intable, something. Aduh, nice one, main freak. Come on. MVP kayak main freak di sini udah harusnya ya. Ayo Davai, clutch yuk. Davai 1v1 yuk. Kita percaya sama lu, Davai. No! What the?
But either way, he had all the time in the world. Lock in the last one standing as Genji move up to 9.
It's such a good setup from Genji.
Lu ingat gak sih guys yang ini tahap pas masih group stage Pepper X lawan ini Genji. Tapi Pepper X Davai last man standing selalu bisa nge-clutch. Sekarang kok dia berubah ya? Sekarang tuh kayak kenapa ya? Apa mereka udah puas dengan posisi 2? Apa mereka udah puas ya dengan confirm go to Madrid gitu loh? Jadi juara 1 juara 2 nggak peduli gitu, gue nggak tahu sih. Tapi kayak agak beda gitu, ngerti gak sih maksud gue? Gue bukan maksud menjelekkan Pepper X ya, tapi agak beda gitu loh. Something juga kayak agak beda gitu. Loh kan? Enak banget sumpah. Itu cuan banget anjir. What the hell? No! Ini mah ronde giveaway anjir, udah nggak ada tryout sama sekali. Terus juga saving, ya udah lah ya. Ada apa dengan Pepper X? Ada apa guys dengan Pepper X guys? Wah, digebuk Alex semua ini roster kita. Kenapa ya? Di GNT, iya. Kayaknya sih di GNT ya. Waduh. Kacau. No hope bang, iya anjir. OTW healing, parah. Remeja Alex. Duta runner up. Iya anjir, Duta runner up jelek banget ya. Masanya nggak di Afrika TV, nggak di Champions, masa Pacific juga anjir. No. No, tuh, wah.
It's another blink and you miss it round between these two squads. Texture picks up a 3K with the Guardian, and Genji continue to strive towards the throne.
It's just as if that they have switched souls. This is how Paper Rex used to play. Absolute disrespect.
Iya, kemarin kalah juga sama Sentinels. Runner up juga jadinya.
Look at just how confident Texture is.
Duta runner up, aduh.
This man just does not lose this week.
Masa kalau misalnya dia kalah dari Genji, berarti PRX ini bukan Raja Pasifik lagi guys. Udah Genji guys, sumpah guys. Awalnya kan di RX, terus jadi PRX, terus sekarang masih jadi Genji anjir. Cuman gara-gara tekstur masuk. Ada gak sih? Oke, masih ada chance ya. Let's go. 14 yuk, masih bisa. Meteor sakit banget. Aduh, 4 second low HP. Masa match point. Aduh, jangan nangis bang. Gue bisa sih sebenernya. Cuman aneh aja sih ngeliat performa PRX sekarang ya. Gue gak ngerti. Kutukan runner up, iya anjir. Kenapa ya? Janji underdog ya coy. Cuma tekstur masuk udah. Tekstur masuk DG udah. Mereka udah bodo amat kayaknya, yang penting udah Madrid udah gitu kali ya. I am Sion, jangan lupa follow TikTok aku ya. Sama YouTube juga di subscribe. Yuri juga ya, Yuri. Thank you so much guys. Bang, Jing ngaruh nggak bang? Mungkin kalau ada Jing menang ya, tapi nggak tahu sih. Jing juga tetap runner up kemarin Champions. Iya runner up doang, nggak pulang. Tapi tetap aja yang ngegeser posisi PRX sebagai juara Pasifik jadi Genji. Gitu loh. No, come on guys. No guys. 2v2 winnable. Oke, texture low HP juga ya. Winnable. Paling nggak tahan di 12 masih winnable. Oke, ditinggal. Texture. Tapi di-cut. Oke, monyet 1v1. Sama-sama low HP, sama-sama around 50 HP. Less than 50 HP, sorry. Planting default. Ini udah masuk raw aim sih. Ini bukti di mana raw aim akan ditentukan guys. Tekstur lawan monyet. Kita lihat race mana yang paling raw aimnya gacor. Masa tekstur. Masa tekstur. Waduh. Masa tekstur. Waduh, winner dong dia. Congrats deh. Congrats sang raja baru Pasifik. Respect deh. Respect guys, respect. Meskipun tadi gue ngeharapinnya monyet yang menang ya guys ya. Respect. Dan makanya di TikTok silakan mampir ke YouTube gue Bos Naban, dan jangan lupa di subscribe karena gue akan ngasih kalian giveaway menarik tentunya karena dalam merayakan 1000 subscribers Bos Naban guys. Jadi yang di TikTok ada 60 viewers di sini, 70 viewers, silakan subscribe YouTube gue dan dapatkan chance itu menjadi pemenang giveaway guys. Nampaknya Alex juga lagi marah-marah nih. Aku nggak tahu. Lu aneh gitu. Si Aaron kayak hoki anjing gitu. Waduh, tekstur the best, tekstur gacor, sumpah itu rising star terbaik, rising starnya Pasifik sekarang berarti tekstur nih, kacau. Iya, kacau. Ya guys, yang di TikTok silahkan pindah ke YouTube, klik satu live chat dan gue bakal nyalakan moderator, namakan bakal hijau, biru, obeng kayak mereka nih, kayak Evanescence, Jen, Flins, sama Sya. Dan gue udah nyiapin giveaway buat kalian dalam rangka 1000 subscribers YouTube gue guys. Silahkan mampir YouTube, subscribe, dan ya ketik satu di live chat dan gue bakal nyalakan moderator. Oke. Tapi aduh, kayak gue nih, gimana guys ya. Aduh, ente bajir.
As the home crowd continues to go electric for them, but that will just about do it for myself here. It's been an absolute pleasure to guide you guys through these 4 maps. But I will get ready.
Tekstur momen parah sih, parah tekstur. Tadi gue udah bilang ya, raw aim, tekstur lawan monyet gitu. Sama-sama pemain GE awalnya. Sama-sama pemain GE awalnya. Tapi sayang sekali ya. Sayang sekali ya. Sayang sekali ya. Ternyata tekstur lebih empower, lebih gokil sih. Signifikan banget perkembangannya tekstur di Genji. Jadi naik anjir Genjinya. Kemarin Genji nggak lolos LCQ anjir, kalah sama Zeta. Sekarang jadi juara Pasifik. Gila cuma gara-gara tekstur coy. Aduh. Ku menahan rasa sakit. Kata Rizal. Ya, gue mau end stream dulu guys ya. Makasih banyak udah nonton sampai jam 18.10. Sayang sekali PRX belum menang. Tapi paling nggak kita dukung terus PRX karena dia satu-satunya tim Indo yang ada di VCT Masters Madrid nanti ya guys ya. Itu bukan blunder sih kata gue si monyet, dia cuman ya itu soal raw aim sih, raw aim aja sih. Gue yakin monyet udah expect ada tekstur, tapi tekstur juga udah expect ada monyet. Dan mereka sama-sama low HP. Mereka sama-sama low HP, cuman ya kepalanya udah dipegang sama tekstur duluan gitu loh. Belum nyatu sih kalau kata gue. Bisa jadi belum blending sama timnya. Karena pas di GE emang monyet ini paling pas di GE monyet itu lebih bersinar dibanding tekstur guys. Tapi kalau sekarang kelihatan tekstur lebih bersinar jauh banget dibanding monyet. Tekstur harus monyet harus dibawa ke bengkel dulu sih sama si Koalex sih. Ya kalau bisa kita balikin ini sih apa something yang duelist kali ya. Something yang main duelist. Kalau nggak makin Jet juga nggak apa-apa gitu loh. Reina juga is okay gitu. Jason juga Harbor dibain nggak apa-apa gitu. Bagus kok Harbor dibain. 3-1 Syahrul, aduh gue nebaknya tadi 3-1 PRX. Jadi 3-1 ini Genji guys. Gue nggak pernah pakai net. Gak gue sumpah. Bang, PRX jago banget, menurut apa aku jadi momot bang? Jadi dong Sims Pro, kamu harus jadi moderator dong. Ya, yang TikTok silahkan pindah YouTube. Sebelum gue end stream, gue bakal jadi kalian moderator dengan cara kalian ketik satu aja di live YouTube Bos Naban gitu. Kayak si ini, kayak Rizal Rahman, kayak Genjen, nama kan bakal jadi biru obeng gitu. PRX kalah Fanmong, ya. Apalagi buat Vici, Fanmong sama Vijay Big ya. Sama Syahrul juga silahkan pindah YouTube. Oke, pindah YouTube ya guys ya. Oke, Sims Pro udah jadi moderator guys. Thank you Fanbong atas follow-nya. Jangan lupa subscribe YouTube Bos Naban juga guys ya. Dan gue udah siapin giveaway buat kalian dalam rangka 1000 subscribers YouTube gue. Yeah, I think that's the end of the stream of today guys ya. Thank you so much for watching. So much fun doing this watch party with you guys. Kita ketemu lagi nanti. Mungkin gue bakal nonton Amerika kayak kalau misalnya gue kebangun ya, VCT Amerika. Kalau nggak salah Halid Sentinel main lawan Leviathan. Tens lawan Aspas guys. Gue bakal lihat itu kayak seru banget. Kalau misalnya gue kebangun tentunya. Goodbye, I'll see you next time on streaming content. So yeah. Good evening everyone. Jangan lupa makan malam, jaga kesehatan semuanya. Kita ketemu lagi nanti. Bye bye.